Welcome and good evening to AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts. It's round 10, Adelaide Oval. Sir Doug Nicholls round the Adelaide Crows versus the St Kilda Football Club. Miles Fitzner with you on AFL Nation, wherever you're listening right around the country. I'm joined, well, our expert, and he's also dressed up thanks to Ringers Western. Ringers Western clothing look great in the city and tough out on the land. I speak of the 261 gamer, 2004 premiership player and 2005 best team man at Port Adelaide, Darryl Wakeland. How are you, Wakes?
Really good. Got a classic night. It's been a superb weather here on Adelaide this weekend. So we're in for a cracker contest in this Indigenous round. So Doug Nicholls round.
It's one of the great rounds of football. The jumpers are absolutely fantastic. There's been great football all round, and we're joined in commentary making his AFL Nation debut, but no debut to SEN. He's one of the superstars. Well, I learnt a lot from him. He does a lot of the SANFL. His name is Paul Bonser, and he joins us. Well, Sir Doug Nicholls round on debut. Bonds, great to have you here, mate.
It's great to be here, boys, but you throw that superstar word around a bit too loosely, I reckon.
Mate, it's good to have you here.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm really excited to be in the box for the first time, and Sir Doug Nicholls round. It just doesn't get any better, does it?
Certainly doesn't, as the players make their way up for the ceremony at the start of the game. Bit to get through here, boys, to start with. Wakes, I'm going to go straight to you. Some key matchups for Illuminate Gardening Lighting in a league of their own. A couple of key matchups you're keen on tonight.
Yeah, straight into the ruck. I mean, Strawn going head-to-head with Ryder. Ryder's been in great tap ruck form of recent times, but some really good matchups. Keys v Jones. Keys still in some pretty good touch. Jones will just continue to cover the deck. Crouch is the one for me for St Kilda. Been in rare form over the last fortnight. Probably head-to-head with Benny, and he'll have a couple others sitting on him, no doubt.
36 touches last week and 7 tackles for Brad Crouch. That's Illuminate Garden Lighting, the key matchups. Both teams have completed their warm-up for Ream. Ask your plumber to install a Ream steady, hot and strong as they are in the centre of the ground with a welcome to country for Sir Doug Nicholls round. Let's consult the Kubota cast for the weather for Kubota. Bonds.
Well, it's only 13 degrees in Adelaide. We're going to have a cold one, Fitz, and it's not getting any warmer. It's just going to go from 13 lower. So it's going to be a cold night, but no real breeze, so it should be good footy weather.
Kubota, together we're shaping and building Australia. Kubota, shaping and building Australia. Unmissable moments. What are you looking forward to tonight for Drink Wise? Choose to drink wise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise, Wakes.
I'm excited about this St Kilda forward line. I think Adelaide are probably one tall short down back. I think they look a little bit exposed. As good as Duday has been, Murray's been fighting it out down back. Expect to see Fogarty a little bit down there, but I'm looking forward to King getting up and about with Membry. Marshall also spending a fair bit of time down there this year.
Bonds, a ground report for Pope, please. The better way to water.
Well, I can let you know that the dew point is 7.5 degrees. So if we get down to there, it's going to get a bit dewy, but normally not in Adelaide, not too bad.
And the flags aren't sort of blowing maybe from the commentary side to across to the Max Bashir and the Jack Odie stand. You might have won a Jack Odie medal too, I think.
I was lucky back in the day, a long time ago, Miles, but very lucky that day.
We're nothing really to speak of. That's all thanks to Pope's drip ease. Make drip irrigation a breeze. Now, players are making their way back out to the huddles. Let's get our final word and some tips here from the experts. And look, you know what, Wakes, what we'll do is we'll let Bonds go straight away with a tip. And we like making tips and some calls on AFL Nation. And Kim's normally bullish at them, isn't he?
He is very bullish.
Cup of coffee. He's often wrong too.
He is. We do miss him though. Who are you tipping tonight, Bonds? And what's something that you're looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, Kimbo under the weather tonight. So hope you get better, Kimbo. Look, I'm looking forward to seeing the Crows put up a continued fight. Like they did it for a half last week, and I'd like to see them just continue to put it to St Kilda. This is their home turf. They need to protect it. I do expect St Kilda to win, but I expect the Crows to stay with them for at least 3 quarters.
St Kilda by how many? And your prediction?
St Kilda by 17.
17. Wakes, you're the expert thanks to Shaw Unify, your national uniform and workwear experts. And, well, you've had a great weekend so far, just sliding down to Strathalbyn there in the sticks, having a nice little lunch yesterday. You're fresh. What are you predicting tonight? What are one of the key matchups you're looking forward to as well, maybe?
As we spoke about through that midfield part of the ground, I just think St Kilda will have too much talent through there and out on the wings. We know how good a form Hill has been in out on the wing. Jones will spend a bit of time through the mid and on the wing, but I think more they can get into that forward line. They're going to make that back line for Adelaide very, very nervous.
Your tip?
St Kilda, 5 goals, so 30 points.
Little air about it tonight. Sir Doug Nicholls round. We know the Crows especially history towards the end of last year. I think they'll step up tonight. They've taken some bigger scalps this year. Richmond by 19 points, Western Bulldogs by 1 point, Port Adelaide by 4 points here. Competitive for a long period of time against Brisbane and St Kilda. Well, they were sort of good against a poor Geelong last week. I'm sensing a close one here, boys. I'm going to say St Kilda by a goal. Look, to throw something in there, let's see Wanganeen Miller kick a handful, and let's see maybe Shane McAdam kick a handful for the Crows as well.
And Wanganeen Miller, what a player he's becoming. I just love the way he goes about it. But we're going to see some special moments, especially from them young guys. And I think we've had a terrific contest.
There's been some other games played today too, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. I'll go around the grounds quickly before I hand you to Paul Bonser to take the centre bounce. Melbourne by 47 over North Melbourne. The Bulldogs over 19 points over the Gold Coast Suns. Geelong, they gave Port Adelaide a touch-up down at GHBA by 35 points. And Carlton, they got the chocolates over Sydney. I got that one wrong on Friday night by 15 points. And, well, we're seeing a really good sight here. All the boys representing their sides for Sir Doug Nicholls round, all out in the centre of the ground for the toss. Nice crowd starting to build in. Any thoughts on the crowd, boys, so far, numbers-wise? Take a stab. 30?
Yeah, I'm going to say 30, maybe low 30s.
Hadn't quite recovered to the numbers, that we're used to, especially with these Adelaide crowds. And I think it will build as the season goes. What a magnificent round. Why wouldn't you be here on a Saturday night, Miles?
The toss being done, and St Kilda will kick to the left of your radio dial, which is the Cathedral end of the ground. We've got the Cathedral end, the northern end, the Riverbank end, or the Torrens River end. Commentary side obviously being in the west, and non-commentary side or hillside being in the east of Adelaide Oval. The players go back to their huddles, and the opening bounce is all for Tyre Power. Save on Falcon, store-wide super sale now on, and we do it all thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. Get the latest big brand footy boots in store at Sports Power now. Wherever you're listening, if you've just tuned in, this is AFL Nation Round 10 live from Adelaide Oval for Sir Doug Nicholls round. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser in commentary, our expert, the 261 gamer Darryl Wakeman, and the 2004 Premiership player. And haven't done a game with you for the Crows. It's normally been port-orientated Wakes, hasn't it?
It is, but I've enjoyed. I actually come along to a few games with the kids early season, so I've seen the touch, I've seen the quality that Adelaide do have. Can they string it together? A couple more changes coming in again this weekend. I like Phil Thorpe in the side, and he obviously replaces Himmelberg, who's been pretty poor.
The Medi-subs at Burns, Brian Burns for St Kilda, number 13, and Lockie Scholl. I think we still have it for the Adelaide Crows, number 38 for them as their players make their way out onto the ground. And, the kids have the clappers. They were handing them out on the way in. The Aboriginal Guernseys are selling like hotcakes out the back, and they look fantastic. But pristine conditions. Our opening bounce, like we said, for Tide Power, as I now hand over to Paul Bonser on debut to get you underway for round 10, Adelaide Oval.
The Adelaide fans start to make some noise as the umpire holds the ball in the air for the start of the game here. Saturday night footy. Sir Doug Nicholls round. It'll be Strawn versus Ryder. Can we get a good first bounce? It's not too bad. Strawn got the tap down. Ball's on the deck. Comes out to Crouch. He just goes with a socket to the outer wing. First one there is long. Hamill's with him, and it runs over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in on the outer side in front of the Crows faithful out there. So yeah, good crowd in, as we said, probably about 30,000, maybe just a bit over. Strawn and Ryder. Ryder easily won that tap down. Keys, beautiful hands. Got a quick handball away. Rush kick from Brody Smith. And taking a night's mark is Lucky Murphy. He swings onto that left and hits Tex Walker inside 50. He's taken the mark in front of Dougal Howard, and he'll go back and have a shot from probably right on 50 Wakes.
Yeah, it was outstanding by Rory Laird out of that contest. It was a deft touch by Ryder in the ruck. He actually had his hand on it. But Rory Laird come through. Elite skills in close, but Murphy back into the side tonight. Just outstanding. Elite pass hitting Tex Walker right on the chest, right on kicking distance for Tex.
We'll have no issue with the distance. Taylor Walker, he'll kick from right on 50. On about a 45, he has sprayed it. Misses to the left. Minor score to the Adelaide Crows on the Tyre Power Trust Your Tyre Expert scoreboard. They're one behind. St Kilda yet to score.
Of Gone a minute and a half on the Makita All the Outdoors clock. St Kilda run the ball out through Sinclair. He goes up to centre wing, far side. Hill in front. Game number 200 for Bradley Hill. He's made a nice career. He tried to handball to Crouch. It was a little bit too hot. Big pressure here coming from Murphy. It spilled out. Phil Thorpe, he got on his left. Grubber across in front of goal. Wilkie, he's handballed back through now for a rush for a minor score. And Adelaide, they go to 2 on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard.
We spoke about that dew point, Miles. I see the players slipping around already, early. We're 2 minutes into this game.
So ball in the back pocket. Big fist from Strawn as he got the handball to McAdam. Ball went off hands and out of bounds. We're about 60 around from the Adelaide Crows goal.
Crouch and Keys already having a go early. Shook hands and said see at the end. Waits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryder and Strawn again. That's probably a dead heat. Comes out the back of Brody Smith. Keys. Good tackle, grabbed by the arm. Comes to Berry. Sam Berry tried to shrug a tackle. Got the handball back to Dawson. Hicks' kick was smothered by Wanganeen Malira. And the umpire's seen a high shot. It's going to go the way of Strawn.
So Strawn sort of unloads down towards the pocket. Walker was the target. And coming across in front, mark taken there by Dougal Howard. Knows his game ground, should I say, well. Came out to the commentary side to find Jones at halfback. Comes out towards the interchange gate. I think the kick was intended for Marshall. Coming across was Membry. Goes over the boundary. We'll have a boundary throw-in as we've gone just over 3 minutes on the Makita Rule the Outdoors clock. And no score to St Kilda, just 2 minors for the Crows on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard.
Got the matchups right down back. Duday taking King at the moment. Murray swinging across as well as that second tall.
So Keys out of the contest, ran through to the middle, banged it on his left, and again another intercept mark taken down there by Josh Battle. It's good last week against Geelong at Marvel, and Battle switches up now to Hill in game number 200 as the St Kilda look to transition.
So Hill goes to the outer side. Saligo did well, got back and almost intercepted the mark. Rowe, little handball to Rochelle, inside 50, low dart, taken by McAdam. Probably held when he didn't have it. That's what the crowd said. Hamill, shoveled out a handball, back to Saligo. Tried to get it to Tex. He's close to the boundary line, runs it over. 55 out from the Crows' goal. And waits for Shaw Unify, uniform experts. Good start from the Crows.
Really good. They're looking really sharp. I mean, they're getting repeat entries, making it very hard for St Kilda to get it out of that back defensive half of the ground.
The boundary throw-in sort of came in and they've been tucked in under here. Umpire took a long time. They're going to throw it up where he stands. With 52 from home, far side of the ground. We'll get some stats in a minute. Ben Keys running hot from Ream. Steady, hot and strong. They go back up inside 50. I think the intended target was still Thorpe. Spilled out to him. Wheeled around on his left. It misses through. We had plenty of time. The youngster back in the side out of the sandful. And another minor score for the Crows on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard.
Well, he's active early, Phil Thorpe, which is great signs. Dougal Howard as his direct opponent. And great contest there.
So Hill got it in the back pocket, was called to play on, now just has to rush his kick down the wing. All Crows here. Hinge puts it on the left shoe towards Stilthorpe. He's in a good spot. Howard spoiled brilliantly. McAdam tried to keep the ball in. Comes to Hill. He sees it over the boundary line. We'll have another throw in the forward pocket from the Adelaide Crows. It's been down this end for the whole game so far.
Key's been busy early weights. He's had 3 or 4 already for Ream, steady, hot and strong, and thanks to safety still sheds on the stats.
Just an accumulator, isn't he? Nothing fancy about him, but just gives grunt, always around the contest, always bringing a great competition to his effort.
Walker and Ryder doing the ruck work from this boundary throw. Ryder got in front, gave it back to Wanganeen Millera. He kicked out to half forward. Jones in front, dropped the mark. Gresham's in there for the Saints. So is Jones. Shoveled a little handball out to Membry. He just kicked blindly down the wing. Crows have the numbs here. Hamill. He's got support from Brody Smith, who runs onto the right boot and puts it back down the line, close to the boundary line, and spoiled over the line by Seb Ross. We'll have another throw in. In fact, the umpire's found a free kick here. It's called a block. So it will be a free kick to Seb Ross.
Inside 50s, Wakes. thanks to safety steal. That must be well and truly in the favour of the Crows here.
Yet St Kilda yet to enter their 50s. So 7 for Adelaide already. We're 5 minutes in.
Up the line. Intercept mark taken there by Duday.
What a player he is.
Oh, he's super. So the switch is on. He looks to go back and across. Finds Hinge, the boy from Mundalla. They've gone right across the far side of the ground. Murphy, just a little rusty. Dropped what he should have taken, but cleaned up nicely. Hit Philthorpe. Centre wing, far side. Gone 8.5 thanks to Makita. 3 minor scores to Crows thanks to Ty Power. St Kilda yet to score, yet to enter inside 50. So Hately, career best last week, 22 to half time, 27 for the game. He looks up long and bangs up down towards Walker, the target. He got one hand to it. Marshall back there for St Kilda just bangs it on his boot, kicks out. Mark taken there by Will Hamill.
So Hamill has it about 70 from goal. He goes short. Uses Riley Thilthorpe. Getting a bit of the footy early. Good to see for the youngster. And another intercept mark. Dougal Howard again. So he's going to cross, switch the ball to grandstand side. Taken by Billings. Still inside his defensive 50, Billings. Not much to kick to in front of him, so he goes short. Finds Patton. Still inside his defensive 50. Just hang on to the footy here, the Saints. Again, to get a bit of control. Goes down the line, the Marshall direction. Strawn's there as well. Went with the spoil. Sherman. Good handball to Will Hunger. Now comes out to Sinclair and Hill. Hill goes to the other side. The only man out there is McKenzie.
So Membry pushed up to the half forward. He's 70 from home, Membry. He's got options presenting, ignores them. One of those there was Mason Wood, the former Rude. Membry bangs up towards a hot spot. Their first inside 50 entry. Guess what? Nobody home except for Tom Duday. And well, they're just sort of... Their first inside entry was a poor one. Darryl Waitwood, thanks for Shaw Unify.
I mean, Adelaide getting back very strongly. They're setting up lovely back there. They like to roll off and get Duday free. And on that occasion, it was just it needed to be longer, deeper to the top of that square for at least King to make a contest.
Keys had another touch and gave it to Brodie Smith. He's going to come western side, commentary side, and hits up Fogarty.
Southeast boy Boggs, Lucendale.
Some good blokes come from there, and some average ones too. Brodie Smith at half back. With a little short pass, he's just going to kick down the line. In a pretty good spot, here's Dawson. And a nice spoil over the top from Dougal Howard. So another throw in here. Grandstand side. We've gone 9.5 minutes, thanks to Makita.
No secret, Brodie Smith behind the ball, along with Hamill. They're playing them spares behind the ball at the minute, really racking them up. Brodie Smith already at 6 disposals.
So the boundary throw in at the interchange gate. And plenty of numbers around the contest. Keys, as he always is, in there as well. Flicks out the back, only as far as, well, I think it might have been Marshall. Might not have been 2. Handball out to Crouch. He was good. So Crouch, he sort of runs into 52 or 3. Looks up towards Max King for the first one. Did they get a hand on it? Over the back. Right on the goal line. Rush through back there by Duday. You're right. Windhager right in front of us here in the commentary position. And that goes through for a minor score. So on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard, St Kilda register their first minor. They are 1 point trailing the Adelaide Crows 3 behind.
Adelaide the 3 points. They'd be disappointed with they've had the 9 inside 50s. Disappointed with that return so far. But looking very dangerous when they do go forward.
So long kick out from the back pocket by Hinge. Seb Ross is there for the Saints. Trying to find Sinclair. Gresham's on hands and knees, close to the boundary line. Somehow the ball come out to Dan McKenzie. He kicks towards Max King, almost off. Took the mark on the chest. Well done by Murray. He's putting enough pressure on. It's good body work there from Max King, but just couldn't hang on to it in the end. It rolled out of bounds where they're throwing in the forward pocket.
Good story, Nick Murray. I think he did pre-season running in from headers in the Mallee that he was driving. He'd leave the header out and run 20 Ks in.
Outstanding.
To get fit for the Crows.
Great competitor.
So the boundary throw in the pocket, straight in. Umpire says no, I'll have a ball up. Very stagnant sort of game here. Once it's been in 50, been hard to get out, Darryl Wakeland.
Yeah, both setting up behind the play. They like to push Memory back behind the football too, St Kilda at times.
So the high free kick going to go to McHenry. Goes now wide at to Nick Murray, we were just talking about. He's in the back pocket. He's got a short option. Ooh, uses a dangerous kick to Brown. He peeled it, played on straight away. Came out to the commentary side, found Saligo. So he's at half-back, commentary side. They're rolling the interchanges down there too on the boundary, thanks to Spitwater, tough and ready. Saligo up the line. Fogarty, I think, was the intended target. Getting in the front, though, was Dawson. He's been super. Big smother in the centre of the ground. Wrapped up straight away there was Seb Ross. And, well, the crowd yelling, holding the ball. They're going to get it too.
Tough.
So the free kick going to the Adelaide Crows.
So Haitley has it on the wing, called to play on, don't know why, but he kicks it quickly towards Walker, got rid of his opponent. Saligo, lovely hands, tried to find Rowe running past, just missed the target.
And it was the perfect run and draw. He drew the two players, but couldn't quite hit Rowe with the left-handed handball in the end. We got an out of bounds.
AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts. There's a throw-in just inside the Crows forward 50. Ryder got the tap down. Keys, nice hands to the big fella. Strawn lines him up. It's missed to the left-hand side. Another minor score to the Crows. They go to 4 behind. St Kilda 1 behind on the Tyre Power scoreboard. Trust your trusted tyre expert.
It's tough, isn't it, boss?
Strawny, I don't mind him. He gets around out there. He's cool under pressure. Could have well rewarded himself there with a lovely little goal.
Nearly kicked his first goal in AFL football. Might need to hit the gym a couple of times as they came out to half-back and battled, trying to get a kick away off the side of the boot. Straight back now to Dawson. So they've dropped one back here. Hill's back deep for St Kilda, sort of the extra. Dawson runs around and, well, he sits it out to the open space, 20 out directly in front of goal, and Thilthorpe one-handed, tapped to himself and then Mark, and they let a few of them know. And Thilthorpe back in the side this week will go back and have a shot almost directly in front, 30 metres out.
I like the way they've used him tonight. They give him a bit of freedom to come up the ground, get on his legs, get on his skates, get a few of them easier touches through that wing area wide. They love to keep Tex back, but we know he can drift in deep and be so dangerous, 0 to 20.
Looked unbelievable on the replay, thanks to Carsales, everything you ought to know. He goes back, makes short work of it too. The Crows get their first. Thilthorpe, well, he gets his second for the year, his 20th in league football. And after peppering the Crows, finally register a goal.
Now, as we spoke about, Miles, Adelaide, they wouldn't have been happy with the return that they had. That had the 3 shots from the 12 inside 50s. They finally get their first goal of the night. But as you said, what a contest. Going head-to-head with Dougal Howard. You can get that on Dougal Howard. He will take some lively intercept marks. You keep going at his man, you can go through his man and score.
Well, the Crows get their first goal on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard. And we go back into the centre of the ground thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts.
So Adelaide dominating, sorry boys,
no, you're
dominating at the centre bounce with Strawny just getting his hands on it.
The stats for safety still sheds. Clearance comes to Adelaide again. Keys getting his hands on the footy, goes short to Taylor Walker. Hands off to Rowe. He straightens, but in marking in the goal square. Dougal Howard for the Saints. Goes short. Wanganeen Miller in the back pocket. Great user of the footy, this kid. And hits Sinclair on the chest from 50 metres away. Chain of handballs, ends up with the big ruckman Ryder. Gresham sells some candy, takes a bounce, wobbles one inside forward 50. Marshall, he had it and then dropped it. Gave it back to Sharman. He saw a player short in the pocket. It was Billings, but couldn't hit the target. It was rolled out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in about 25 around from the Saints' goal.
Once again, Miles, we're seeing that slippery of the ball. That dew point has already arrived, I think. We see that with the clear skies and the clear weather we're having. Very greasy conditions already.
The 261 gamer, Darryl Wakeman with us on AFL Nation. Thanks to Sports Power. So the ball in the pocket, free kick given away, back pocket now for the Crows. I think that's Haitley in a really sort of hard spot to see from here, far side of the ground. So Haitley back pocket, goes up centre wing, non-commentary. Walker at front position, might have been held, no free kick. He sort of followed up, then got tackled. He had a few goes, did an under the ground kick, found Laird. Now Murphy, centre wing, they're building. A little bit stagnant, something happening off the ball here too, and a free kick's going to be paid off the ball. Geez, I'm glad I saw that, boys. Might be on tonight.
We spoke about before the game that Adelaide's contested possessions, their ability to win at the clearance had been so poor over the last 3 weeks. They're really dominating in that 20-13 contested possession.
So the kick went up inside 52, and a mark there taken in the pocket now by King, and it's a free kick off the ball. We'll have a look on the replay here, thanks to car sales, everything you ought to know. Sell your car the hassle-free way with car sales instant offer. It was just high off the ball. By the looks, I sort of caught it out the edge of the binoculars, Wakes, and that's just silly. The secure to get a shot here that they wouldn't have really had.
No, he had the perfect sit on it, King. He won't be kicking any more than 30 metres out. Acute angle, though. 2
goals, 1 last week, but he looked excellent. Flew at everything at Marvel. And in Eddie Bett's pocket, hit it nicely too, and he likes it. And St Kilda, they get there first. They move to 7. They trail the Crows 10 points on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard. And that is just an absolute freebie. Darryl Wakeman.
Yeah, and Adelaide wouldn't be happy with that. As we spoke about, they're dominating the clearance 7-2, Adelaide. They're getting that forward entry. They're getting repeat entry. But they just can't get that ball deep enough. We saw Thilthorpe get on the end of one, but they need to start hitting up a few to get a bit of reward for their effort.
Gone 17.5 minutes in the first term on the Makita clock. Rule the outdoors with Makita. And I'm not sure if that was going to win the host plus goal of the day either.
It's been a bit messy.
A couple of set shots.
The whole game's been a bit messy.
Scrappy.
Yeah, both a little bit conservative with the way they're setting up. Both having that spare behind the ball. Would like to see St Kilda go a little bit more attacking.
Thilthorpe into the ruck for the Crows. Bit of a dead heat, and we'll probably do this again. No umpire's playing holding the footy. Well, a bit rough there was Windhager. Brown got the handball, received, kicked inside forward 50. Patton used the body well on Rowe. The handball out. Webster. Chain of handballs again. And just hold it up here, Mackenzie. Good work from the Adelaide Crows just to corral that forward thrust by the Saints. And they've turned it over on the wing. Brody Smith kicks down the line. McAdam, strong hands. Goes short to half forward, turned it over. Sinclair intercept.
Just Brody Smith running on the safety steel shed stats. He's running hot. He's had 7, running hot for Ream as well. And he's just getting back and setting up behind the football, Darryl Wakeman.
I mean, with McAdam there, he rolled around, took a beautiful mark, but he's got to get that ball deeper. It's so tough to hit that kick on a short 50-50 ball. You're better off going long and deep.
AFL Nation, for you listening right around the country, Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser, and the 2004 Premiership player and 2005 best team man, Darryl Wakeman, with us.
Thank you, Miles.
You told me to mention it at the start of the show. So the boundary throw in, far side of the ground. Ryder, who was outstanding last week. Unbelievable game from him, 22 hit-outs. Ended up with 3 goals, 1, 5 marks as well, and he just wound back the clock, Paddy Ryder, last week as this stoppage game continues. So he wins the tap this time. Haitley, though, he just got dumped by Ryder, led at the back. McHenry, back to Haitley, back to McHenry. So Fogarty presented. He does that well. Goes inboard to Smith, possession number 8. They go up inside 50. Walker the target, couldn't quite. Following up Rochelle. He's got talent. Now Rowe on the paint of 50. Chips across in front of McAdam. He can't mark. Ball goes over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. 30 around from goal as we've gone 20 minutes. First quarter action, round 10. Sir Doug Nichols round. Our expert, thanks to Shaw Unified, Darryl Wakeman.
I mean, huge opportunity once again there by Adelaide. Rowe had the ball. He had time and he had a little bit of space. Just needed to get it out the front of McAdam, I think it was, in the pocket, but sat it on his head instead. Made it very, very difficult. Quickly
around the grounds for Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Dream time at the G. It's 8 points apiece between Richmond and Essendon. As the kick out from defence has gone out on the full, and Duday will take the free kick. Broadcast side. Thumps it back inside 50. Walker. Also flying was Dawson, staying down Rowe. Caught one high, did he? Yes, he did. So he'll get a free kick, Jimmy Rowe. He stayed low. The tackle went high. I think it was Seb Ross.
Just a touch over the shoulder, wasn't not much in it, but he earned the kick. He's in and around the ball, puts his head over it. He's got a couple of them a game. It's magnificent.
So he'll kick from about 35, 40 metres out. on about a 51-degree angle.
What are we saying, boys?
I like him from here.
Blakes?
Backing him.
He hooks it here.
So James Wright, the little shuffle. Comes in, made pretty good contact. Is it holding? It's holding. It's hit the posts. And Fitz gets the money.
That's why
1 goal, 5, the Adelaide Crows. Saints 1-1. Tyre Power scoreboard. Trust the tyre experts.
That's why he's on the big box.
Well, we've got to take them on. So Kilda come out to the commentary side, and they're sort of 70 from the Crows' goal. It's mucking around a bit here. Crouch. Just haven't had any clean possession at half back. Now Strawn takes the intercept mark. It's been good so far. Flicks off to Duda. He goes up inside 50. Kick not great. Falling back in the hole there was Wilkie, the boy, the former North Adelaide Rooster. Shout out to all the boys coming back too from the southeast in the car. A lot of Roosters coming back from the Keith Crows game. Be tuning in on AFL Nation. So Security in the back pocket as we've gone 22 and a bit. Thanks to Makita Rule the Outdoors. Well, real highlights to speak of here, boys. It's just been a bit messy at both half-back lines. Ryder takes a nice mark. Commentary side contested. He's been in super form.
Isn't he one of the most underrated players in the game? What a player he's been for such a long time.
Magnificent big fly on the wing and a nice mark taken down there by Cooper Sharman. He got the knee up and a bit of a highlight for the reel. He goes inside 50 down towards the pocket. Membry lost his footing. Marshall got a hand to it. We'll have a boundary throw in 25 around from goal. And I'd like to see that on the car sales replay. It was a good little pack mark there from the 7 gamer, Cooper Sharman.
Got some nice size about him too, hasn't he? 193 centimetres. Moves very well. Lovely kick.
There's a throw in. Marshall won that tap down. Quick handball to Gresham, but he's wrapped up. Thought that was holding the ball. Umpire's letting him play. Comes back to Strawn. His high kick towards the boundary line, western side of the ground. Bounces off the chest of Wood and out of bounds. We'll have another throw in. This is AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts.
I like the matchups with Adelaide, like Fogarty. Battles got that job down there. As we said, with Dougal Howard taking Thilthorpe, setting up nicely behind the ball too, St Kilda.
Keys got a little handball up to Saligo. Comes out to Laird. Handballs forward to Rowe. Now back to Berry. Berry flat kick to McAdam. It's good footy from the Crows. They're looking good early here. The handball to Saligo. He's running past. Now he's going to thump it towards Thilthorpe. Saints have the numbers. The spoil come. Ross went to ground. Needs to keep his feet on that there. It's close. It's hard. It's hot footy at the moment. It bubbles out. Little kick from Battle is high. Wood went with the spoil. No one can really take a clean possession here at half forward for the Crows. Finally, it comes out to Gresham, and he's going to run away and clear it the other side.
Who too? His teammate said he had to go laterally, had no choice. Hill, the 200 gamer, centre wing far side at a short option. And uses him. Sharman again, up inside 50. Kick's not great here. In fact, it's awful. Cut off again. Hamill back there for the Crows. Now Dawson handballs over the top back to Hamill. Not a great one either. Put him straight into trouble in front of Membry. Runs it over the boundary. Adelaide Crows 1-5-11 leads St Kilda 1-1-7. Look, fair to say it's not the most exciting game, but I wouldn't be changing a radio dial because it looks like we might be in for a really tight one here, Darryl Wakeland. Yeah,
both sides, they're sort of playing it between the arcs, aren't they? They're not attacking that 50 through that 50 to 70 zone to get that really deep entry. Really a game between the arcs so far.
From that throw in, players dived on the footy. The umpire comes in and says, give it to me, Blakes.
The score bonds for Tyre Power, your match day favourites for tyre safety. Geez, it's low, 11-7.
It is. It's been tight, hard, contested footy. The umpire's found one here. It's going the way of Crouch.
Ooh,
it's about 80 from goal. Getting a bit of advice from the Adelaide fans.
He'd love that.
Goes sideways to Battle.
You're talking about record numbers. Adelaide 18 inside 50s. We're yet to finish this first quarter. Tracking 80. St Kilda just the 7.
High kick inside forward 50 from Sinclair. Big spoil came from Dawson. Landed in the lap of Murphy. He kicks out into space on the outer wing. Getting back there first was Battle. Goes backwards to Dougal Howard. Gets around Thilthorpe. Nice little dance move. Now uses hands to Sinclair. And at half back, Brad Hill.
Back to Sinclair again. Easily the best mullet in the AFL, has to be. Only rivalled by Sam Draper.
Got to come wide here.
They do. Anyway, they elect to sort of bomb up. Inside 50 though they go. Marshall was the intended target. Membry was front and centre. He'd had the blind handball back over his head. Back now to Marshall. Peels inside the wood. He wheeled around on his left, goes up towards the top of the square. King getting back. And that's why you want to talk about being paid the big bucks. This guy's a future superstar of the competition. If you can go back with a flight like that, Darryl Wakeland, stretch out and clunk them, you're going to be a star.
And that's what he can do. You don't engage your body on such a talented player like that. You let him run at the football, you have got no chance whatsoever.
So Max King to go back and kick his second set shot for the Victorian Farmers Federation. Keep your head in the zone. There's only 10 out on the 45 and makes short work of it. King, he gets his second, St Kilda's second. And well, after all the inside 50s that the Adelaide Crows have had and getting numbers behind the ball, St Kilda 2-1-13 lead the Crows 1-5-11 on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard. And our expert is Darryl Wakeland, thanks to Shaw Unify, uniform experts.
Well, they took their opportunity, didn't they? They needed to engage. We know Duday on that occasion was his direct opponent. We know that Duday loves to play that front position. That's okay as a backman, but when that high ball comes in, you need to go hard, fast and strong and engage that body. If you don't, you can end up in that position there.
Hard man to match up on Max King. You mentioned before the game, Wakes, that the Crows look a little bit short down back, and first 2 goals to Max King.
Look, Butts obviously still not back in the side. Has been so critical on that last line.
Rory Laird gets the clearance as the siren sounds. So at quarter time here, the Adelaide Crows, 1 goal, 5. St Kilda, 2 goals, 1 on the Tyre Power, your trusted tyre expert scoreboard. We'll take a break and come back for more action from Adelaide Oval.
That quarter on AFL Nation was for Tyre Power. Save on Kumo. Store-wide super sale now on.
Jetfire heaters from the makers of trusted Australian brand Spitwater are highly efficient, robust and very portable. Industrial, LPG and diesel-fired space heaters. Jetfire heaters come with a fully automatic safe ignition, providing instant reliable heat and are Australian Gas Association approved to the latest safety standards. With distribution, sales and service centres located in Brisbane, Sydney, Albury, Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth, and authorised dealers in all major centres throughout Australia. Call 1-800-SPITWATER now or visit spitwater.com.au today.
Something wonderful happens when you visit Mildura. The city vibe continues, but the outback's only moments away. Fresh produce is endless, the embers are hotter, and the night skies seem longer. Nature sings, kangaroos graze, and the sun glistens magically on the river. Photos captured and stories told are shared amongst family and friends. So, when you're ready, start your journey with us. Visit mildura.com.au.
Hard Yakka. Toughness is our DNA. No shortcuts. Born in 1930, Hard Yakka's legendary status is in its heritage. Work hard, play hard. And we don't play by the rules. We write them. That's why we've designed the ultimate men's and women's gear and boots for your no-nonsense lifestyle. Designed to work hard on the job or on your weekend adventures. So do your mate or family member a favour. Get them the gear that'll make them feel like a legend. They'll thank you for it. Head to hardyakka.com.au or visit your nearest stockist today.
We've heard about the amazing superfood properties of Manuka honey, but did you know Australia has some of the most active Manuka honey in the world? Experience the bioactive power of Barnes Naturals 100% Australian Manuka honey. With a lighter, creamier taste, it's a great choice for every occasion. Nurture yourself with Barnes Naturals premium 100% Australian Manuka honey today from only $19.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day.
Oh, a good mark to Wilson. He plays on at full pace and kicks a beauty to Thomas. Thomas gives off to Harris. Harris closes in on 50, but wait, he's tackled by Smith. Or is it Williams? Williams scrabbles for the ball, kicks it to a guy in blue, who kicks it to some other guy in blue. Now some tall bloke has the ball. He kicks it to an even taller bloke. Kick, handball, kick.
Don't miss the best bits. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise. Proudly brought to you by Drinkwise.
Ready to pull up a seat at our table?
Be your own boss?
Build your own future?
At Rolled Vietnamese, our family is ready to help you soldier on to a whole new lifestyle.
We've got a menu of rolled franchise opportunities across Australia. Check for your dream location at rolled.com.au.
Roll up your sleeves and grab the dream with both hands today.
Go to rolled.com.au, click the franchise tab and inquire now. We mean now.
Are you rolled ready?
Cold Flow. Heating and cooling.
Gas ducted heating star upgrade sale is now on at Cold Flow. That's right, get a 5-star Braemar ducted heater for the price of a 4-star and save. Call now and keep your family warm and comfortable this winter and save with Cold Flow. Hurry, sale won't last. Call 1300 880 688. That's 1300 880 688.
Cold Flow.
Are you building a new home? Ask your builder, can I change the floor plan? We have over 80 home designs and more than 2,000 ways to customise our homes, all ready to quote. Get the Henley Everyday Advantage and customise your home. Henley.com.au.
If you're a local multi-trade contracting company, Handy wants you. Handy works with insurance companies with fair rates and fast payment. If you're licensed and insured, it's quick to sign up. Go to handy.com. That's HANDDI.com.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Hybrid flooring in store now.
In front of goal, and Thilthorpe one-handed, tapped to himself and then Mark, and they let a few of them know. And Thilthorpe back in the side this week will go back and have a shot almost directly in front, 30 metres out. He goes back, makes short work of the two. The Crows get there first.
He had the perfect sit on it, King.
Into Eddie Bett's pocket, hit it nicely too, and he likes it. And St Kilda, they get there first.
Maccas, I'm loving it moments. Order via the My Maccas app and start earning today.
Welcome back to AFL Nation, round 10, Adelaide Oval. Well, St Kilda 2-1-13 lead the Adelaide Crows 1-5-11. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser and the 261 gamer 2004 Premiership player Darryl Wakeman with you. And we do it all thanks to Tyre Power, your match day favourites for tyre safety. Wake's sort of talking in the break there that there hasn't really been the greatest of spectacles, but just starting to slip over a lot of the players as well.
Yeah, I mean, the clear skies, dewy ground, and as we spoke about, we thought that Adelaide would be able to go head-to-head them through the midfield. They are actually dominating at the clearance 12-5. They're winning contested possession by a significant margin, so they're doing the right thing there. They're getting that forward entry, they're getting repeat entries, but they're just not getting that scoring efficiency. As we spoke about before the game, we knew that St Kilda, we thought their forward line looked a lot more dangerous, and it's showing that way so far.
Those stats there, thanks to Safety Steel Sheds. We'll go around the grounds quickly too and give you an update from the MCG Dreamtime there. Richmond 2-3-15 leading Essendon 1-2-8, and we do that thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Well, we do it all thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. Get the latest big brand footy boots in store at Sports Power now. Paul Bonser, back to you.
So it'll be Strawn and Ryder back in the middle. The umpire pausing for dramatic effect. Now he's bounced it. Ryder got the tap down. Umpire's seen something here. It's going the way of Paddy Ryder. Take the advantage. Saints go inside forward 50 quickly. Marshall in front takes the mark. One-on-one battle. Just too strong there for Duday. And he's marked it about 20 metres out. Pretty much straight in front.
We spoke about it, didn't we? They're just a little bit short down there. We spoke about Duday, who's head-to-head with Marshall there. They know that Adelaide loves to roll him off and play that third tall, but when you get a clearance out of the centre bounce, down his throat, outstanding contested mark.
Normally a good finisher, Marshall, and put the mockers on him. And there's my first mockers of the night.
It's all right.
Marshall, one behind. Saints go to 2-2. Adelaide 1-5 on the McDonald's scoreboard. Value means more at Macca's.
We've had 5 of those in my first game. I did mocking on weights.
And you can see that Marshall set up there. Whoever's taken Duday is trying to drag him back to that square to make him dangerous.
Just as the ball goes to centre wing far side, holding the ball is against Zach Jones, going to Strawn, the ruckman. And Sort of looks agile for his body shape, doesn't he? Really. He's gone back. They've now cut the 45 through the corridor. They've found Chase Jones looking to play on, and this is what you want from the Crows, but he was in the middle. He got caught. He got Spence, the young fella, caught in the middle of the ground, but they play on. So the Crows inside 50, looking down there to find Thilthorpe. Big mark taken there by Shane McAdam. Insert Doug Nichols round. He's got the long sleeve on it. That's courage personified, Darryl Wakeman for sure, Unify.
I mean, Riley Thilthorpe had the absolute sit on Dougal Howard, but huge courage to go back. He's in great touch tonight. Great reward with a contested mark like that. Not sure if Thilthorpe would have been happy him dropping back into that space, but either way, he gets a shot on goal.
He's kicked 9-4 for the season so far. This from 30 out on the 45. He looked like he hit it okay. He loves it. Grabs the jumper on Sir Doug Nichols round. Salutes to the hill. And the Adelaide Crows get their second after repeat inside 50s. 2-2-14 St Kilda. The Adelaide Crows 2-5-17 on the McDonald's. Value means more at Macca's scoreboard.
Genuine talent, isn't he? And I just love the way he goes about things. He's just in the air. He's clocked up to 33 games and the 47th goal tonight. So just an outstanding talent. He's probably been one of the livelier forwards already tonight, Miles.
4 goals last week. We spoke about the Mac attack, the McHenry and McAdam show. They were super as we go back into the centre of the ground. And we've only got a couple of minutes here, thanks to Makita on the Makita Clock. Rule the outdoors with Makita, Paul Bonza.
So Strawn and Ryder back in the middle. It's a good bounce too. No one could get the tap away. It's going to come out to Keys. Another clearance from him. Kicks to half forward, running back with a flight. Webster takes a nice mark. He's going to use Hill with the handball. The switch is on. They're going to come Members side. Good intercept from Dawson. He's got it in the forward pocket. He swings it to the top of the square, over the top of McAdam and out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in the forward pocket for the Adelaide Crows.
I mean, if you look back inside, St Kilda had the 3-on-1. Had Murphy back at about 30 metres out for goal. Just needed a couple more degrees out the right corner of his eye, but
he's not
butchered the kick.
You don't want a shot on goal there with no one in the goal square?
Make the call.
There's a throw-in. Tex just used the body beautifully on Ryder and laid a big tackle. The umpire will come in and cross himself. We'll have a ball up about 25 out from the Crows' goals.
Just seeing that on the replay. Tex racks him up thanks to car sales. Everything you ought to know. Sell your car hassle-free with the car sales instant offer. So the kick out of the stoppage only went as far as Haley. And he's going to go back. He was career best. He's actually paid the free kick. Umpire said no. Signalling it's going to go to Jake Saligo. Now, he's going to go back here, Saligo. He'll have to kick this from 45 on a genuine 45-degree angle. No wind to speak of. And this, Darryl Wakeman, would be his first goal in league footy.
You think the crowd know it? They'll rise for him.
The Crows supporters,
you're backing him in?
The Crows supporters would. And will he be nervous? Might hit this from 47. He does. It looks like he's hit it half okay. The crowd go up, hits the post. And the woodwork, the young fella liked it too. So another minor score for the Adelaide Crows. An inaccurate early may cost them on the McDonald's. Value means more at Macca's scoreboard. 2-6-18. They lead St Kilda 2-2-14.
Good game of footy here at Adelaide Oval. Webster uses his 15 metres and kicks wide to the outer wing. Crows have the numbers there. And the ball's on the deck. And it looks like we'll get a stalemate. It's not coming out, so the umpire will come in. We'll have a stoppage. Dead smack, centre wing, outer side.
Just quickly around the grounds, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Richmond 4-3-27, lead the Bombers 8 points.
So Paddy Ryder, I've got a little handoff to Crouch. Now here's Jones, outside of the boot. Oh, big fly from Long, but that's a free kick every day of the week.
I
Didn't get anywhere near it, Benny Long.
Look at this on the car sales replay, Bonds. Whee! How good would that have been? Crows now sort of transitioned across to the commentary side through McAdam, and the kick was poor though. Now the turnover comes back inboard now. Billings in there, goes to Crouch. He's racking him up, running hot for Ream. So wider now Ross. He goes across trying to find Wanganeen Millerer. Centre wing far side.
Just keep an eye on Chase Jones down on the boundary. Copped an absolute massive knee from Seb Ross. Looking very ginger as he left the ground.
That's down on the interchange thanks to Terrador by New Farm. Spike herbicide that cuts through, and they're not happy about something here. It's gone over the boundary line. We'll have a throw in, and the crowd don't like it, but very vocal always here at Adelaide Oval, aren't they, Wakes?
They are, these Adelaide supporters. They're a little bit different.
Tara Wakeland, our expert next to Shaw Unified. Now, the big punch came in, taken by Seb Ross. He got wrapped up straight away. Zach Jones was super last week. Sold some candy a few times. The kick has been turned over at half-back. And guess who? Brodie Smith. And, well, he's someone that's certainly running hot for Ream. Had the 11 disposals already thanks to safety steel sheds.
So his kick down the wing, and Strawn takes an uncontested mark. He just got away from Paddy Ryder. He goes into the centre of the ground. Thilthorpe on the lead. Spoil came from Howard. Now it's with Ross. His kick forward is going to go to Gresham. Still outside 50, Gresham.
Marshall here.
Out of sight. Puts it up. Membry's coming. Couldn't quite grab it. Went through the hands. Marshall went to ground. Crows trying to work hard. Big Strawn in there. Got a little handball to Hamill. That was good. Now Laird. Now Laird will settle. Goes sideways. Hately's got some time. And the Shepherd came from Dawson, who gets it now. He's going to kick down the line. Wants McAdam. Excellent spoil from Webster. Well done, Rochelle. He kept the ball in. Handball inside to Laird. Good running. Hately's still going. Now the short kick hits up McHenry. They're still running, the Crows. Rochelle kept going. Back to McHenry. Now he's held up. Ducked under a tackle. Outside of the boot from Hately. Finds Murphy. Western side. Sold some candy. Dodged around. Couldn't quite get and Rowe is going to kick across the face of goal by Thilthorpe.
We need you to talk us through that, Wakes. It's their best passage of play for the whole day, thanks to visit mildura.com.au. Looking for an exciting weekend trip away, go to mildura.com.au.
Yeah, it was outstanding, and it started with Dawson. Beautiful flat kick off the half-back line, but they had poise. They were patient. They allowed it to open up. They just kept hitting that option, that free player. They're able to get the build-up.
Thilthorpe goes around the corner from a tight angle. It's across the face through for a minor score. Adelaide Crows go to 2-7. St Kilda 2-2. And the McDonald's value means more at Macca's scoreboard.
I mean, it was great maturity there from some of their young kids. They could have easily just banged it on the boots, hit the top of the square and burnt it, but they get a shot on goal with Thilthorpe there. Unlucky in the end.
Crows recruiters would have been happy. It was all Hately, Dawson, Rochelle outstanding through the middle of the ground.
Future midfielder Rochelle for sure.
So St Kilda at the interchange gates. Big fly came over the top. Windhager in there. He overran it. Jones came in late. Didn't want the boundary. Does Ned McHenry, and he got it. Umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a boundary throw in. We've got 9.5 on the Makita rule, the outdoors clock with Makita. And the Crows, their best passage, just starting to put it together. So the boundary throw in. Marshall v Strawn. Strawn trying to get to the front. Couldn't. I think it was Crouch in there. He flicked it out towards Long. Now Wood, just a snap out of the pack. It only went as far, though, as the boy from Alley, Nick Murray. And he's at half-back for the Crows. So he goes down the line. He's actually pulled the kick here, and this might go out. And Murphy. Ooh. Oh, gee whiz. That was tight. He's marked it right on the paint at the interchange. Lockie Murphy could use it. Back in the side after neck soreness and had that neck operation on a vertebrae. Walker coming from the back. He couldn't. Only secured it back there to mop up, and they do that through Dougal Howard. McKenzie. Chip comes wider now to find Windhager.
So Windhager takes the mark at half back in front of Strawn. Crows on a bit of a run here, you feel. So they'll just want to settle the Saints. Dougal Howard is going to go across the ground. It has to be pinpoint. It was. Wilkie took the mark running back. Saligo coming from the other way. Showed a bit of courage there, Callum Wilkie. He's got Wanganeen Miller by himself on the outer side. Takes the mark just inside the boundary line. Dead smack centre wing.
I want to see him get into the game.
Long kick down to half forward, close to the line again. Little quick kick from Sharman. Gresham dodges, puts it in the Marshall direction. Marshall and Strawn inside forward 50. Long's there for the Saints. Dived on the footy. The ball came out to Berry of the Crows. His handball towards the boundary line, and McHenry, and it goes out. We'll have a throw in about 25 around from the Saints goal.
I mean, they love to use the whole width of the ground, and they're starting to rack up that uncontested possession, St Kilda. Still at the contested possession, Adelaide dominating.
Stats thanks to Safety Steel Sheds. Darryl Wakeline, our expert, thanks to Shaw Unified. Boundary throw in, down in deep. Crouch, he sort of got it off the back of the pack. Got stripped. Crowd one holding the footy. They get it. And they like it too when one of their own get run down. So, in defence, we've gone 11 and a half. Makita ruled the outdoors clock. 19, play 14, thanks to Macca's $6 small chicken meal and a cheeseburger on the My Macca's app. Had one of those this morning, and it was delightful. So, Wood bangs it up inside 50 towards King. He presented well, but there's a murder of these Crows back there. Strawn, Duday, way too many options. Who do they go to? Hamill, sidestep one way, the other. Tell you what, they're making hard work of it here. Keys back to Murray. He just slammed it on the boot. It's going to go out of bounds on the full, and St Kilda will re-enter. And what are you looking for here, Wakes? It's more targeted entry here from St Kilda.
They're obviously trying to open that forward pocket up. Adelaide dropping back nicely.
Sinclair,
top of the square.
Up to the top of the square. Big fly came. All numbers back there. Strawn banged it on the boot. And it only went as far as Seb Ross. And he's right on the paint of 50. Almost directly in front. I think this is just a little bit beyond him, this. He'd have to kick it 55 genuinely. He's going back like he's going to have a shot here, Seb Ross. This is...
He's looking around,
I've never really known him to...
The stand rule might help him here.
Be a real bomber. And he does. He sets it up. And the target was Membry over the back. Good spoil coming across there from Mitchell Hinge. And the ball goes over the boundary. 20 around from the St Kilda goal. We're second quarter here of AFL Nation, all thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser, and the 261 game of Darryl Wakeland.
Just watching Chase Jones down the bench. He seems to have come out of the dugout and looking fine now.
Membry gets it from the ruck contest. His snap looks pretty good off the boot. Hits the top of the goalpost. Another minor score. Saints 2-2. Adelaide 2-7.
It's the old
scoreboard.
Q-tip that, isn't it? Right on the top.
He's just starting to come into the game, Membry. Missed the contested mark early. He was dirty on himself, but he's back in the action.
Darryl Wakeland for Shaw Unified. Uniform experts. Crows, couple of chip kicks. Comes out to Brown. He goes short up the line, McHenry. And just going to hold it up here, McHenry. Doesn't know where to go. So what am I going to do with it, boys? So in the end, kicks down the line. Tex is going to come at this. Front of the pack was Dawson. Tex went and got it again. Puts it on the right boot. Inside forward 50. McAdam's going to fly. Crowd got excited. Comes down to Patton. Quick hands are under pressure. The Saints, he's going to go! Holding the ball. Ran out of time and space. Marshall, great tackle from Saligo coming from behind. And now he's got another chance to kick his first goal in league footy.
Just blindsided him, didn't he? Come out of nowhere. Terrific tackle. Did all the right thing. Didn't fall forward. Could have easily came forward with the momentum. Pushed him in the back, but drew him down to the ground perfectly.
Had no idea he was coming on the car sales replay. Everything you ought to know. Jake Saligo, he's going to kick from about 40 metres out on about a 25.5-degree angle. Comes in, good approach, good contact, loves it straight away. Another goal to the Crows. They go to 3-7, Saints 2-3. The Macca's scoreboard. Value means more at Macca's.
A great reward there. Young Rowe involved again. Clever little handball, creating the pressure. As we spoke about, Rowe, McAdam, really bringing some heat in that forward 50. And that's their strength. They need to build that pressure on that St Kilda back line. It's a taller back line with St Kilda. So they need to close them down quickly, put the pressure on that kick as they did on that occasion with Marshall.
Well, they need to, because the Smalls better get going, because between Fogarty and Walker, they've only had the 6 or 7 touches between them. 6 touches, actually, thanks to Safety Steel Sheds. And they rolled the interchanges after that goal down on the boundary, thanks to Spitwater, Tough and Ready. So AFL Nation, thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser, Darryl Wakeland back in the centre of the ground. The Crows leading by 10 points. And around the ground, thanks to Chemist Warehouse, Richmond 39 lead the Bombers 15. The bounce was terrible. We say it every week. Just throw the ball up. Be done with it. So they call it back. Go again. And up it goes. So Ryder got the better of the tap this time, but Laird gets a clearance for Adelaide. Cut off there by Zach Jones. He got taken high by Berry. And that's a good old-fashioned coat hanger, that. Jones, he feigned to play on. Now he wanted the 50. He had 2 or 3 goes at it. That can't be 15. Surely not. Anyway, ball goes wide and out of the 200 game at Brad Hill. Now he pumps inside 50 in towards the pocket. King was out of position. Big punch coming across the front there from Nick Murray. They love it too. His teammates get around him. We'll have a boundary throw in 30 metres around on the commentary side of Adelaide Oval at the Torrens end or river end of the ground towards St Kilda's goal.
So that change, Murray's gone to King and Duday is taking the resting ruckman in the forward line.
It's a mismatch.
So there's the throw in. Just shoved out it was Thilthorpe. Ball just comes loose. No one wants to pick up the footy. It's a slippery night here in Adelaide. The players falling down, having trouble grabbing the yellow Sharon. The umpire will come in and we'll have a ball up. Quick restart. Thilthorpe probably got the best of that tap. Fell to Berry. He dribbled one out to half back. Here's Hill. Brad Hill with the 200 gamer. Gives it to Gresham. Puts it up inside forward 50. Membry's going to fly. The spoil came from Murray. It's wide open, picking it up and snapping a goal is Wood. Although the umpire's found a free kick here. It's going the way of Hamill.
Wakes for a team like St Kilda that are number 3 in the comp for efficiency inside 50. They've been pretty ordinary in there tonight.
Yeah, well, I think Adelaide have been highly defensive. They've been very negative with their play, getting at least one player back, often 2, so they're really clogging up that defensive half.
Wilkie tried to snap the ball forward, and Crows back there to mop up once more at the junction. Handball comes out now, Saligo. The last goal kicker went to Laird. Handball to Walker, who's in trouble. He shrugged one. Now to Keys. Haven't called him for a while. So we found the 45 option. Did he? No. Couldn't hit Berry. Ball cut off there by Dougal Howard. Bigger than he looks, Dougal Howard. 199 centimetres. Went laterally inboard towards the square. Then it comes back the other way now. Josh Battle. It was good last week. So he's come out towards interchange gate. Back to Brad Crouch. He's gone back again. It's racking him up here. Crouch possession number 10. Went back there to Howard. Gone right back to centre half. Back to find Payton. He found Seb Ross. Pat presented for him. Didn't get it back. Now they're chipping inboard here. Back to Battle again. Jeez. Talk about holding the football here. Now they've come out. Wanganeen Millerer flew at it, the number 7. Game number 9 for St Kilda. And just has talent oozing out of him. Looks up towards inside 50, the junction, though. The kick not great. It's 2-on-1. Winning out the back, though, was Gresham. He had an option short in right and tried to get it. Big smother laid there by Thilthorpe, I think it was. And what's he doing back there? Wheeled him around too. Was Windager kicked the ball out of bounds on the full, and free kick to the Adelaide Crows. Great defence here, Darryl Wakeman.
Yeah, it's down. He just put the pressure on the kicker. I mean, Gresham thought he was out. He would have been hitting the top of the square for a scoring opportunity for St Kilda, but great heat by Adelaide defence.
Kick down the line. McHenry, quick hands to Saligo. Back to McHenry. Taken when he didn't have the footy. Umpire saw it that way. And get a free kick. Ned McHenry. AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts.
He's been lively, hasn't he?
He has.
Goes short to Brown. The 45, still at half back.
He's always active, isn't he? McHenry, he's always giving a little bit.
As they drag him right on cue, down to the Terranor by New Farm Spike Herbicide interchange.
So Laird went short to Berry. The defensive side of the centre square. Just hanging on to it. Both teams just wanting to hatch the footy for a little bit here. Kick out to the wing. McKenzie got the handball back to Brad Hill. Feeds it to Sinclair. Back to Hill. Running through the middle of the ground. Windhager dodges around 1, 2, then goes sideways. I don't know what that's achieving.
Had to keep coming this way, didn't they? They had the space this side. That's where the spare is. They had to be aggressive. Keep coming across this side of the ground.
These lateral kicks don't get you anywhere. And this one's gone forward now on the far side. Membry got to the front. Big punch. Crouch was front and centre. Now Wood. Well, he's on the right side for the left footer. Kicks it up towards Well, goal. It's come off the side of the boot, out of bounds on the full. And the Crows will get a free kick in their back pocket. 21 minutes gone on the Makita. Rule the outdoors clock. 3-7. You heard that correctly. 3-7-25. The Adelaide Crows leading St Kilda 2-3-15. Thanks to McDonald's. Value means more at Macca's scoreboard. The kick came in. Cut off. Hill. 200 games. Snaps and kicks a goal. And it was a poor kick inboard. If we had an Amy Klanger credit for this quarter, Wakes, we would have used it then. Hill just turns around and snaps. That's also a contender for the goal of the game, thanks to Host Plus. That's a plus. He's just wheeled around and snapped that in game 200. They've flocked for him.
He's out of purple patch too, Brad Hill. In his 200th game, racked up 5 possessions in the last 3 minutes and a beautiful score. He's pushing. I love it how he just pushes back behind the ball. He's that release player, as they like to come back. But then he just comes forward and makes up the play so well. He got on the end of it. He pushed right from half back, almost inside the defensive 50, and pops up inside that forward 50 miles.
That's a second goal St Kilda have kicked. One was from the free kick on the other side, and that was from an awful turnover.
And that's right. And that's just handed up in a low-scoring game. That just hurts you so much.
St Kilda going to get the clearance again. Ryder gave it to Gresham, put it inside 50. Marshall in a good spot, got shoved out. Umpire said fair enough. And Murray took the mark. He went sideways.
He's just standing up there again, isn't he? And he's, as we said, he's that main tool with butts out of the team and standing up so solid.
Brody Smith's horrible kick.
Dare we say it? Has this got thriller written all over it here? This is tight. They were sort of waiting. No team's ready to pull the trigger. Darryl Wakeland, and the margin 4 points. This has got thriller written all over it.
I love these games when it comes down to that last 5 minutes and it just comes down to 4 or 5 big moments, and they stand out that deep and late in the game.
AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts. As Dan McHenry has a free kick at half back. Just caught one high. Asked to play on now. So he sells a little bit of candy, dodges around long. And now his kicks towards the boundary line. Tex Walker got it in the midst but couldn't quite hang on. Now he's tackled over the line by Wanganeen Miller, and we'll have a throw in right in front of your AFL Nation commentary box, thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts.
Running hot for Reed. Ben Keys, 15 touches, 80 years of manufacturing in Australia. Installer Ream, Australia's favourite in hot water. The boundary throw in right at the interchange gate. Tap down in front. It's a big in the back there. I can't see who it was once he gets up. And that was Haitley. He was on the bottom, inside to Smith. They go up to the hot spot, inside 50. Big fly come from Jordan Dawson. He's been arresting forward. Hillthorpe flew in front, Dawson flew behind, and he will go back directly in front, and arguably one of the better kicks in the competition, let alone at the Crows. He'll line up for Adelaide's 4th.
Great fly, wasn't it? Be right up there in Adelaide's best and fairest. Been so productive since coming down from Sydney this year, and they can play him deep back, as on this occasion, push him forward deep to take a contested mark.
I've put this one in the book, Wakes. I can tell you that right now. He goes back and just makes absolutely short work of it, straight over the umpire's head. They get another on the McDonald's. Value means more at Macca's scoreboard. The margin back out to 10 points. 31 place 21 thanks to Macca's 6 small McChicken meal and cheeseburgers on the My Macca's app. They're only $6 at Macca's. And just another passage of play. Could have been one of the visitmildura.com.au passages of play. Darryl Wakeland when Brody Smith had space.
Well, that's right. Got space to run through between that area between 50 and 70. He takes up the yardage. He could have released it further back, but he took another 10 metres, allowed him to hit the top of the square, get it deep, hit it to the one-on-ones. It's a very dangerous space. You're going to make them St Kilda backmen very, very nervous.
So back in the middle, Strawn and Marshall this time for the Saints. Keys had it, lost it. Marshall went off the ground. Gresham's going to run on it. He went off the ground, didn't go 15, so Smith had to get the kick out to this western side. Laird, quick hands to McHenry, getting a bit of the footy. Here's Rochelle for the Crows, puts it up towards the 50-metre line. Fogarty flew. Saints have the numbers. Ross, Sinclair, and a nice kick to Zach Jones. He plays on quickly. Wanganeen Miller has a bounce. His kick was excellent.
Wow.
Cooper Sharman.
Oh, it's a great kick.
Threaded the needle. Sharman gets up, kicks it towards the teeth of goal. Where's Max King? He's not there, but Nick Murray is.
He's been sensational, Nick Murray.
Outstanding. He's going head-to-head with King. They love him on that last line. He is dominating him at the moment.
Running hot for Ream, over 80 years manufacturing in Australia.
4 marks. I'd say 3 of those have been intercepts at least so far.
Intercept, contested marks, stands his ground. Exactly what you want as a big, strong fullback.
26 and a half gone here. Round 10, Sir Doug Nicholls round. We're in for a thriller. Do not change your radio dial off AFL Nation. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser and Darryl Wakeland, the goal square haymaker specialist. So we've seen a free kick on the far side. He's about to give me one here in a minute.
Warranted.
And Jackson Haley, career best last week. He's at half-back. He's just got an option running for him. Just some lateral kicks.
I mean, lots of uncontested possession. I mean, you can see why they're kicking. And disposal efficiency on both sides is up around that 80%. We're seeing a lot of this, kicking it out wide, using the width of the ground.
Crows certainly getting their mark numbers up. They were 16th in the competition going into this round, but they're chipping it short game.
Getting some yardage, building it up through the centre of the ground. And once they get forward of that centre, they can then go hard and fast and get it deep.
It's been 7 possessions there till Brodie Smith pulled the trigger, decided to go up towards half forward. The free kick's going to go against Hill to Lockie Murphy, and he's a good user on his left boot. Coming up to 28 minutes gone, thanks to Makita. Murphy just uses a 56 degree, just lofts it up in front of goal and a mark. I think they're going to pay this. He's falling back, fell into his lap, was Strawn, and he had no right to take that as we watch that on the car sales Everything You Want to Know replay.
I mean, Dougal Howard had plenty of it.
Oh, that's not.
And then he's come back.
It's fallen in his lap.
He is absolutely fallen into his lap, and he'll take it. Don't you worry about that.
More to the point as the siren sounds at half-time here at Adelaide Oval. Kieran Strawn has never kicked a goal in AFL football, the big fella. He moves okay. He can take his couple of steps, as you're allowed to now with the change of the rule. He's in the Eddie Betts pocket. He's only 15 out, tight angle. He's going for the Boonana and misses. Oh, set it up a treat. And he lets you down every time. Well, through for a minor score right on the stroke of half-time. 4-8-32, the Adelaide Crows lead the St Kilda Football Club 3-3-21 on the McDonald's Value Means More at Macca's scoreboard. We're going to go to a break. On the other side of this, we've got the half-time show, all thanks to Macca's and Choices Flooring. We'll be back right after this.
That quarter on AFL Nation was for McDonald's. Order via the My Macca's app and start earning today. Tyre Power's store-wide super sale gives you the power to save on a huge range of big brands, like Vittora tyres. Right now at Tyre Power, you get the power to get 20% off on a huge range of Vittora tyres. That's 20% off when you buy a set of 4 Vittora passenger car and SUV tyres, but only at Tyre Power. Tyre Power's store-wide super sale is now on. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local owner-operator.
Better solar, better batteries, better energy. With B Solar, you never have to pay another expensive electricity bill. Only B Solar have trusted guaranteed savings and free yearly checkups. Talk with a B Solar advisor, search for B Solar or visit b.solar to learn more.
Sasha has a restaurant. Her challenge. Renew her business insurance policy and save money. Sasha, your time starts...
Yeah, it's all done.
But how could you...
I just went online to BizCover and got a business insurance pack. Saved me around $600.
But I want more drama.
Yeah, I don't.
There are literally no dramas when you go to BizCover, the business insurance specialists. Save time, money and get instant cover at bizcover.com.au.
Good for the game tomorrow?
Nah, still trying to sell the car.
Give me your phone, let me do it.
Yeah, good luck.
Car sales, instant offer.
Car sales what?
Instant offer. You can skip creating an ad, dealing with buyers and waiting for a decent offer all weekend.
Is that the offer for my car?
Yep. Now take it to one of the official buyers, get it looked over, and the money drops the next business day. So I'll see you at the game then?
Yeah, see you at the game.
Car Sales Instant Offer. The hassle-free way to sell your car.
T&C Supply.
With the price of building products going up and supply hard to come by, builders must be worried how they'll finish the next job. So don't wait for building materials to arrive while prices keep going up. Go Steel. Steel Frame Solutions can have your single-storey project delivered to site within 6 weeks. Their steel frames won't rot, warp, and are termite resistant. And the best part? You can lock in your price and timing and get back to work. steelframesolutions.com.au.
On the biggest stage, the best players light up the field. For those in the trade, it's Illuminate Garden Lighting. Simple, safe, and trade quality tough. Tradies, you're going to kick serious goals when you use Illuminate Garden Lighting. Decking and entertaining areas, barbecues and gardens. The heavy-duty, high-quality Illuminate Garden Lighting range is in a league of its own. How does your garden glow? Illuminate, Australia's easiest garden lighting system. Available from Bunnings.
My Macca's Rewards has arrived. Earn points with every Macca's run to redeem on more of your favourites. Your mates' usuals or family go-tos. Download the My Macca's app and start earning today. Value means more at Macca's. T's and C's apply. See our website for details.
Cold Flow. Heating and cooling.
Gas ducted heating star upgrade sale is now on at Cold Flow. That's right, get a 5-star Braemar ducted heater for the price of a 4-star and save. Call now and keep your family warm and comfortable this winter and save with Cold Flow. Hurry, sale won't last. Call 1300 880 688. That's 1300 880 688.
Cold Flow.
If World Whisky Day has you inspired to level up your whisky game, Hairy Dog is the better way to buy alcohol. Online, in your own time. Right now, save up to 40% on over 500 whiskies from all around the world at hairydog.com.au. Plus, delivery the very next day for metro areas with free shipping and 10% off your first order. From select single malts to balanced blends. Explore a wide range of rare drops from home at Hairy Dog. Order online at hairydog.com.au. Drink responsibly, Afterpay and ZipPay available.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Hybrid flooring in store now.
He looked like he hit it okay. He loves it. Grabs the jumper on Sir Doug Nichols round. Salutes to the hill. And the Adelaide Crows get their second after repeat inside 50s. The kick came in. Cut off. Hill, 200 games. Snaps and kicks a goal. And it was a poor kick inboard.
Macca's, I'm loving it moments. Order via the My Macca's app and start earning today.
Welcome back to AFL Nation. It's they were the moments for Macca's, a $6 small McChicken meal and cheeseburger on the My Macca's app. But it's time for the halftime floor show for Choices Flooring. See your floor change in an instant with Room View.
The Choices Flooring halftime floor show. Choices Flooring's Watch Your Lifestyle catalogue sale on now.
Half-time, Adelaide Oval, round 10. The Crows lead by 11 here. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser, and our expert, Darryl Wakeman, with you. We'll go through the stats wrap first. Darryl, for Safety Steel Sheds, designed to save and built to last.
Obviously, on an individual basis, we've got Brodie Smith, outstanding for me. He's clocked up 17, as has Keys at 15 possessions, and Laird at 13. And for St Kilda, Sinclair with 15. Brad Hill in his 200th game, 1 goal and 14 disposals. And Crouch already accumulating. Expect Brad Crouch to have an even bigger second half. But as far as statistically on a team point of view, St Kilda were able to get back into as far as getting inside 50s. They were able to even up that inside 50s, started getting some scoreboard pressure. As I said, Adelaide, 12 scoring shots, 4-goal 8 at the moment. St Kilda kicking a little bit straighter with the 3-goal 3. Both going at very high disposal efficiency, both at 80% each. But as we said, the story of the game is Adelaide just dominating early, not quite getting the return. but we've got a real arm wrestle on our hands. Absolutely, Miles.
Looking forward to it. Our player power rankings for Red Energy. Red Energy is proudly Australian. Call their Aussie team today on 131806.
Well, we mentioned him earlier, Brodie Smith with leading the fantasy points, 17 disposals. Strawny right up there. Obviously, right up there with the hit-outs. He's had shots on goal. He has the 11 disposals covering the ground very well. And for St Kilda, Josh Battle at 11 disposals. High tackle count. He's an accumulator. He's a beast of a player back there. And also Sinclair, as we said, racking them up with the 15 disposals.
What about our play of the day for Mildura Regional Development? Visit mildura.com.au. Beautiful part of the world, Mildura. We love it up there.
I love the build-up, but we spoke about the patience of the young kids, Rochelle, and we spoke about McAdam, Chase Jones at times. Just the build-up. Nice little play in that second quarter. Flicked out the handball. They could have blasted it from 70 out. They had hit a couple of little lead-outs. And as we said, we mentioned Rochelle, future midfielder for Adelaide, was outstanding, build up the play. They were able to get it deep and long to Thilthorpe for a shot on goal.
Plenty of turnovers today, but our Amy Clanger, who covers Clangers, well, guess who Amy does? It's probably one that really stood out that resulted in a goal.
Yeah, it was deep in that second quarter. Hinge in the end was tried to kick that ball across goal. Hill in the end was the beneficiary with a beautiful snap from 40 out. But that was the one that really stood out and really hurt Adelaide in the end, deep in that second quarter.
I'm interested in this one. Who so far is your player of the day for Whirlpool, designed for environment? Because there's no one really standing out on the ground as grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck.
That last 5 or so minutes, Dawson really stepped up to the plate. He took that beautiful contested mark, kicked true, started getting some nice possessions back behind the ball also. But I think at the moment I would have to give it to Brodie Smith. They're getting beautiful drive off that half-back line. Such an accumulator of the football, but so dangerous. And as we saw on that last foray into the forward line, Dawson ended up on the end of that magnificent penetrating kick. Brodie Smith coming through the centre of the ground, releasing from 60 metres out to the top of the square.
This will be an interesting one. The most improved player for Valvoline. Which oil keeps your business moving? You know, Valvoline. Now, this is the player that got better from the first quarter to the second quarter. So
well, I've made a mention of him already. Very first quarter, Dawson, just the 2 possessions early, but he really took control of things with 6 disposals in that second quarter, contested mark. So expect him to have a massive second half, Miles.
That's all thanks to Valvoline, the original engine oil. Richmond 47 leading Essendon 21 at half-time. This is the half-time floor show thanks to Choices Flooring. See your floor change in an instant with Room View. We're going to go to a break. On the other side of this, Paul Bonza to take you through our MEGT rookies, unmissable moments, and our smart plays as well as around the grounds for the rest of the day. AFL Nation round 10, Sir Doug Nicholls round, live from Adelaide Oval. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonza, Darryl Wakeland back right after this.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Hybrid flooring in store now.
Sheds come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. But if you're after a shed, go and have a word with the family-owned team at Best Sheds. Because right now, you'll get 10% off the sheds at Best Sheds. Plus, all their sheds come with a 20-year manufacturer's warranty. And you can choose from the standard range or customise the shed of your dreams. Hit the sheds with Best Sheds 10% off sale. Best Sheds. 100% Australian-owned and manufactured. Visit bestsheds.com.au.
Installerine, Installerine, Installerine.
For the hottest of hot water you've ever seen. Ream comes on steady, hot and strong. It just keeps on and on.
Ream's been proudly manufacturing here in Australia for over 80 years.
Installerine,
Installerine,
Installerine.
So So ask your plumber for Rheem, Australia's #1.
When they're on the road, truckies have no time to waste, so a flat tyre can be a real letdown. Fortunately, Tyre Right is a member of the best truck emergency roadside tyre service in Australia. So if you've blown a tyre, no matter where you are, give them a call and they'll get you back trucking fast. And they have Australia's largest tyre selection, including steer, drive, trailer and more. Say good day to your local Tyre Right store or call 138 168 to find out more. They won't be beaten on any advertised price. No trucking worries. TyreRight.com.au.
You'll never miss a moment with all of your favourites live on KO Sports. Every match of the NRL and AFL seasons, as well as every F1 race live and ad break free during play. The NBA playoffs are also heating up, and it's the biggest season of netball ever. That's right, all the big hits, high-flying heroics and buzzer beaters, ready to watch anywhere, anytime. How good is that? New to KO? Start your free trial today.
If you're a local multi-trade contracting company, Handy wants you. Handy works with insurance companies with fair rates and fast payment. If you're licensed and insured, it's quick to sign up. Go to handy.com. That's HANDDI.com.
Are you building a new home? Ask your builder, how much choice do I get to personalise my home? We offer lots of choice and include an interior designer who's not paid commissions to upgrade. Get the Henley Everyday Advantage and personalise your home. Henley.com.au.
Catch the world's best surfers at Manly this May. The GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Rip Curl, is stop number 2 of the 2022 World Surf League Challenger Series. See established surfers fighting to stay on tour against the next generation of premium talent. The GWM Sydney Surf Pro, presented by Rip Curl, May 16 to 24. Catch all the action live on worldsurfleague.com.
For thousands of years, we've gathered around fire pits to cook and connect with family and friends. Our way of life may have changed, but fire still holds a special place in our hearts and homes to share warm moments with the people we love. These moments are more important now than ever. It's where we can rekindle a spark in our relationships, enjoying the company of our loved ones. Create your special moments with your own Glow Fire Pit. Available at all good retail outlets.
Oh, a good mark to Wilson. He plays on at full pace and kicks a beauty to Thomas. Thomas gives off to Harris. Harris closes in on 50, but wait, he's tackled by Smith. Or is it Williams? Williams scrabbles for the ball, kicks it to a guy in blue, who kicks it to some other guy in blue. Now some tall bloke has the ball. He kicks it to an even taller bloke. Kick, handball, kick.
Don't miss the best bits. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise. Proudly brought to you by Drinkwise.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Hybrid flooring in store now. A sports news update for Rolled. Eat good with Rolled. It's fast, fresh Vietnamese.
I'm Victoria Raptis with your sports update for Rolled. In AFL, Charlie Curnow's 6-goal haul helped Carlton to a 15-point win over Sydney. Carlton survived a huge fight back to strengthen their grip on an AFL top 4 spot. In NRL, the West Tigers overcame the Bulldogs 36-22. And the Eels downed the Sea Eagles in a close match 22-20. In the NBA, the Celtics had a massive first-half run to roll past Miami Heat 127-102 in Game 2 of the series. The final series is tied 1-1. And in golf, Rory McIlroy's 7 birdies carried him to a 5-under-65 and an early lead at the PGA Championships.
A sports news update for Rolled. Fast, fresh Vietnamese.
Welcome back to Adelaide Oval, AFL Nation. Miles Fistner, Paul Bonza, Daryl Wakeland. And Wakes, for Australian-made smart play, it's important to buy Australian right now. What's a smart play for the first half?
Well, I get back to this midfield of St Kilda. I just think they got a little bit more upside to really, we saw some quality in that first half, but we saw the class of Crouch getting as we got deeper into that second quarter. But I'll probably have to give it to Dawson in that first half. just the quality. He's got to be in the top 5 kicks in the game. Every time he gets the ball, I just love watching the way he goes about it.
Such a good user to support Aussie-made products. And the injury update for victorsports.com.au. No real major injuries in this one so far. Chase Jones, a bit of a shoulder.
Yeah, Chase Jones just popped up on our injury list. We saw him go to the bench quite gingery, copped a heavy tackle, drove the shoulder into the ground, but seems to be okay. Come back onto the ground late in that second quarter.
What about an unmissable moment for Drinkwise? Choose to Drinkwise.
It was a couple moments, but I really loved the Riley Thilthorpe first quarter. Went back strong, contested, was being held with one arm, but brought down that beautiful contested mark. So he's looked lively in that first quarter and a half. Dropped off a little bit in that second half, but that would be my unmissable moment early in the game.
MEGT Rookie of the Day. MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts. Call 13MEGT today.
Well, I'm going to go with young Strawn on this. He's just in his 5th game, but he's just showing signs. He's got a big ticker. I love the way he's getting forward. He's getting deep back in the back line. He's got obviously a tough opponent, but he keeps accumulating it. He covers the ground so well, and you can see he's a great competitor.
Yeah, that's for MEGT, your local apprenticeship experts, and we might go around the ground for Chemist Warehouse as well. Great savings every day. Fitz has just had a little break, but he's back. What about the score at halftime in the other game?
Richmond 47, leading the Bombers 21, and, well, they've had to respond, the Bombers, didn't they? I made it my doomsday scenario during the week that if the Bombers didn't step up and put their head over it, that would be all she wrote. Melbourne trounced North Melbourne, who were gallant, by 47 points. The Bulldogs over the Suns by 19. Geelong, they took care of Port Adelaide comfortably by 35. That was a bit of a litmus test for Port. And Carlton over the Swans by 15. And some interesting games coming up tomorrow too, Paul Bonza.
And that was a halftime floor show for Choices Flooring. Thanks to our good friends at Choices Flooring. Players just making their way into their positions. Boys, what are you looking for in the second half?
I mean, I always look at the player list and I look at what the upside of both sides are. And for St Kilda, Long, just with the one disposal. You spoke about King. He's had the 2 goals. Both key forwards struggling to make a real impact, even though he had the 2 goal early in the game. But see the upside of a young guy like Fogarty and Chase Jones as well. They really need to come in and make some impact, but expect Ryder to keep accumulating that ball and really have an impact at the centre bounce.
Just quickly, boys, would you be changing your tip from the start of the game?
No. Sticking with it.
I'm sticking with mine.
You, Miles?
Yeah. Alrighty. Hit the third quarter here on AFL Nation. The opening bounces for Tyre Power. Tyre safety experts, week in, week out. Get a crowd number for you soon. Miles Fitz and Paul Bonser. Darryl Wakeman, the 261 gamer and 2004 premiership star for Port Adelaide, with you as we go down thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts.
Paddy Ryder and Strawn. Ryder got the tap down. Strawn got the footy. Kicked it around the corner. McHenry, one grab. Went to Sinclair. Now Saligo. Snapped it inside forward 50. McAdam in front. Running through Murphy. Thought he had his jumper tagged. Here's Walker, this way, that way, gives a handball off to Laird. Laird has a ping at him! And has missed to the left. Thought that was home every day of the week. Got a bit too excited there. 4 goals, 9.
That was close.
To 3-3 on the Mate scoreboard, Australia's most satisfied NBN customers.
It was very, very close. So St Kilda come out of the back line, and this is going to be close to being out of bounds on the full 260 from home, and it was. Might be a free kick, no. So out of bounds there, the kick came from Wilkie. So Saligo's been good so far in only game number 4. Goes back up to the hot spot. Here comes Thilthorpe, tried to get to the front. Hands came down. Rochelle tried to get the handball to Walker. Couldn't. Out the back now to Murphy. He snapped on his lefty. So the belly that straight up in the air. Strawn, big pack underneath. Battle for St Kilda. Wilkie stood up. He got tackled as well. Strawn tried to wrap him up. It's a scrappy footy. McAdam got in and under. Players appealing for holding the footy. We'll have a ball up 25 out from home. As the Adelaide Crows 4-9-33 lead St Kilda 3-3-21 on the Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customer scoreboard. Comes out the back of the pack. Jones standing over the top of it. We'll have another ball up.
I mean, your sense is Adelaide had a really nice finish to that second quarter. and already started this game with a little bit of momentum. So, but they, as we said in the start of the game, they need to hit the scoreboard early and build some scoreboard pressure.
Gareth Wakeland for Shaw Unify, your uniform expert. Kick down the line. Gresham, little handball over the top to Wood, and then cutting it off. It's been excellent tonight, Brody Smith. He kicks the centre half forward. Rochelle was there. So was Sinclair. Good courage from him. Tapped it back in the direction of Rochelle. He has a ping at goal, and this is going to miss to the left as well. Another minor score to the Adelaide Crows. They go to 4-10. St Kilda 3-3 on Australia's most satisfied NBN scoreboard. That's mate.
His speed to foot, hand to foot is elite, Rochelle.
St Kilda went to come out. The mark there dropped by McKenzie, and moving in over the top was Ross. He sort of kept his hands up. Jones in underneath for St Kilda. Plenty of Crows numbers. Wrapped up in a tackle. Chase Jones was there in support. Umpire says, give it to me. Ball up. 70 from home commentary side. And the Crows kicking to the right of your radio dial, or the river end of the ground. So Ryder v Strawn. Tap went down to Jones. Went back to Strawn. He got a snap away, heading up towards a Walker direction. He met Sinclair heavily. Back now to Hill, who's played a good game. Chipped up now to find Crouch. Good protection from Ryder. Right on the corner of the square. Now the handball came across. St Kilda up to centre half forward. Out the back there was Membry's got some space. He's off to the races, Membry. One bounce. It's all clear. This is all over. Put it in the book, boys. Membry. Open goal. St Kilda get a reply. They kick their fourth. And well, we're in for an absolute corker here, gentlemen. And once again, St Kilda, through no real sort of creative sort of play or a mark inside 50, it spills over the back. And Darryl Wakeland, they get something from nothing again.
We spoke about it again, didn't we? In that first 3 to 4 minutes, Adelaide really controlling the football. 3 forward 50 entries, getting repeated entries, just unable to score. And then they just can't. They give a few quick handballs, St Kilda. They were on their skates. They got that beautiful run and carry through the middle part of the ground. And they're able to get the 3 one-on-ones inside 50. Membry on the end of it. Easy goal in the end.
Our expert comments, thanks to Shaw Unify your team and make Australia's most satisfied NBN customer scoreboard.
Saints are going to get the clearance. Zach Jones puts it inside forward 50. It's going to roll towards the boundary line. Murray is happy to see it over and made no attempt at keeping it in. Umpire said, throw it in.
Umpire had a little think about it. St Kilda get a reset here. Not a bad result in the end. Ugly kick by Jones. They get an opportunity to get repeat entries and get a score.
So Strawn got to the front, worked it towards the boundary line. Gresham, now it's kicked off the ground and close to the going out on the foot.
He's paid it.
He has paid it. That's a free kick to St Kilda. So Jimmy Webster out there. We'll take the kick, just put it to the hot spot. Dawson in the hole. Took a strong mark. Almost uncontested in the end.
That's
players
poor,
running
though,
at him.
Bonds. They're number 3 in the comp for efficiency inside 50, and they haven't looked very good inside Blakes at all tonight.
Well, if you're going to go for a 50-50 kick, get it deep to the top of the square. Don't allow just a poor, shallow entry kick to a 50-50.
So Dawson's kick out was marked by Marshall. He went into the centre of Adelaide Oval. Brad Hill, this way, that way, trying to get around McAdam. Wood took it on the half volley, gave it back to Hill. Hill drives it, puts it out in front of Max King, takes the mark, 30 metres out from goal, on about a 30-degree angle.
Hill's been outstanding, Wakes.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. He just threw that middle part of the ground. As you spoke about, Miles, he's that quarterback. He comes through. He drew 4 players there for the Crows. It was poor defence by the Crows. They needed a couple just to fall off. Have 2 go at the player with the ball. But he just played with him, man. It was an elite kick, wasn't it? Fat side kick to King. You cannot defend that.
Lining up for his third. Slow approach to the boos of the Adelaide faithful. And puts it through. Another goal to the Saints. They've started quickly in this third quarter. They go to 5-3. The Crows 4-10 on Mate, the Australia's most satisfied NBN customer scoreboard.
It was a lovely build-up, wasn't it? But it just shows the clever midfielders have that ability to draw 3 or 4 players. And then if they have the patience, they just feed off to that spare on that occasion. But Hill, Not too many guys can kick that magnificent weighted kick, 45, 50 metres. Even though Adelaide had 2 or 3 defenders sitting in front, it was perfect position. A little bit of height on it. King comes through, contested mark.
Looked unbelievable on the car sales, everything you want to know replay. Possession number 17 for Hills, thanks to Safety Steel Sheds, as the ball goes back in the centre of the ground. The margin 1 point on AFL Nation, thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. Ball goes up and down. St Kilda up to centre half forward. Might have been a push. No. Brown for the Crows. Handball went nowhere as far as Zach Jones. He got wrapped up straight away. They've been spat out. Tried to find Ryder. Dude, he was taken high. Umpire didn't blow it. And he should have. He's actually played the dump here. He's played the sling tackle. Wow. Well, he should have got the free kick for the high initially anyway. He goes laterally to Jones. Half back, commentary side.
He dropped his knees in the end, Ryder. Didn't fully...
Oh, bad turnover. Brad Crouch comes straight back into Max King. And there's your Amy Clanger, boys, and it could be a new farm Australian through and through. Crucial moment. Chase Jones had a short option there and just put it straight down Brad Crouch's neck, who hits up Max King to go back and kick number 4 on the 2 in a minute.
Yeah. These are painful ones. You don't forget them ones when you turn it over in defensive 50.
So King on a 45-degree angle will kick from 47. He's a sweet hit of the football, and that is absolutely no exception. The umpire did not move an inch. St Kilda now lead by 5 points here at Adelaide Oval. King gets his 4th, and when the big forwards come to play, it makes it very, very hard for the Crows to stay in the game.
As I say, right from the start, we're saying maybe they're one short down there. Even when you start building, the pressure builds, and as good a job as Nick Murray has done, he's taken some nice contested marks. When you keep coming at a player like King, he just keeps wanting to come at the football, and you get very nervous as a backman when they keep coming. You got that no pressure on that kicker coming forward, but to get a turnover like that, it's a difficult one.
Another goal from another turnover. It just let them in.
Just AFL Nation, get the latest big brand footy boots in store at Sports Power now. St Kilda will get another clearance as Jones kicks it to half back and taken high. Caught one in the that was a fair dinkum smack in the side of the head. That's the old Dawson.
It's the old ear massage.
Ear massage.
Danny Frawley special.
Where they are getting on top, St Kilda, is at the centre clearance. Now leading the centre clearance is 7-4. Really starting to mount that against Adelaide's midfield.
The stats for Safety Steel Sheds. The ball's gone out of bounds on the outer wing. Kick just over the head of Lockie Murphy, so we'll have a throw in. Marshall and Strawn comes out the back to Chase Jones. His kick was smothered. Gresham's there for the Saints. Just tried to feed it back to Wanganeen Miller, and he's wrapped up in a tackle. The umpire crosses himself. We'll have a ball up.
The ball up. We've gone 10 minutes on the Makita rule, the outdoors clock. Just Chase Jones looking to redeem himself after that bad mistake. Ball went up and down. Tackle on Lockie Murphy. Umpire says, give it to me again. The score, 4-10-34. St Kilda leads 6-3-39. Margin 5 points in favour of the Saints. Handball's gone out wider to find Murphy at the junction. He shrugged one. He's got options inside. Couldn't hit the kick. Cut off by Webster. Sinclair had an option up the wing. Marshall in front of Strawn. So they're streaming for him. The short 45's on to Gresham. Ignores it. Marshall is waving someone back laterally. Does not want to go forward. He eventually does. Pinpoints Crouch. He kicked that through a car window. Handball now to Jones. He goes up the centre half forward. I think it might have been Sharman got dumped off the football, and the Crows now to transition through row at half back on the commentary side.
Yeah, I reckon he just slipped, mate. Just a bit dewy. Slipped over, allowed Hamill in. He went to row. Crows fans just wanted row to go. He ended up just hanging on to it. Dawson, Tex takes a mark. Elite hands through to McAdam. He tries to square it to Strawn. Well done by Marshall. Made a contest of it. The Saints are going to get away with this. No left behind. Running onto it, McHenry. Handball out to Fogarty. He's wider. Got Tex in the pocket. Tex has a ping. Goes across the face and out on the full. And cops a bit here from Wilkie. And the Saints are away.
I'll tell you what, it would have been a goal of the game for sure. Thanks to Host Plus, that's a plus if you nailed that. St Kilda on the transition game, just starting to open up just a fraction. The crowd getting a little bit more involved. Strawn in the centre of the ground, picked up the crumb, handball to Berry. He runs into 50, chips over to find McAdam, got front position. Big spoil by Wilkie. McAdam at the back, sockers off the ground and goals! McAdam loves it, grabs a jumper again. He runs through, kicks his second. The Crows, they're up for this. They're in for the fight here, boys. Don't go anywhere on AFL Nation. Thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. It's absolutely game on, Darryl Wakeman.
Massive bounce out there by Adelaide. St Kilda really looked like they were taking this game by the scruff of the neck. But Adelaide, they've got a little bit of luck of fortune in the back half. Forward, I think it was King, who went to ground, got the rebound. They were screaming at Rowe, move it on. And just an outstanding effort. Not the prettiest of goals. It was 2 turnovers before the build-up. Walker featuring once again as well, but terrific reward for young Shane McAdam. He's loving it tonight, isn't he?
That's his second, kick 4 last week. And on the mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Internet Mobile award-winning Aussie service mobile plans from $20 scoreboard. They're back in front by 1 point.
There's the ball up. Marshall got the tap down. Windhager is in there, wrapped up by Haitley. And we'll do it again. A little tap from Thilthorpe, who's gone into the ruck for the Crows. Windhager did well, just wanted the footy more. Gave it out to Wanganeen Miller. He slipped over. Wanganeen Miller allowed Saligo in. Now Laird's there to help. Slams it down the wing. Wilkie took the mark in front of Walker and just ran away. Wilkie down the line. Well done by Hinge. The spoil came. Now Hamill. Now Duday. Saligo taken high will win a free kick.
That's smart. That's smart by him. He just dropped the knees, didn't he?
Clever. I like Wilkie's game today, boys. 90% of his time spent on Walker. I mean, Walker always looks dangerous, has his moments, but Wilkie doing a fine job.
So the switch is on. The Crows have gone from one side to the other, and the kick from Dawson, as always, is elite. Finds McHenry on the wing, goes to the 50-metre line. In front, Marshall, behind Thilthorpe. Cleaned up beautifully, Thilthorpe, but his handball was over the head of Rochelle. He's tackled now. He's got some help here from Smith. Smith from 55 to the goal square. Walker's there. Wilkie done an excellent job again. Callum Wilkie forced it through for a minor score. The Crows 5-11. St Kilda 6-3 on the mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN scoreboard.
Once again, Smith, deep entry, top of the square. That's where you want it. Wasn't a lot of Adelaide players getting to that crumb. Wilkie defended so well, was able to get that over the line.
Possession number 20 for Brodie Smith, thanks to Safety Steel Sheds. Interchanges, Jace Jones down there on the boundary, thanks to Spitwater, rugged reliability, trying to get on the ground. No many subs as yet. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser, and Darryl Wakeman, all thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts on AFL Nation. Don't go anywhere. This is turning into a thriller. So St Kilda up centre wing. King flew one-handed. Underneath was Crouch. He sort of handballed out into thin air. There's 4 Crows running back. There's Smith. Possession number 21. He slipped again. The Jew coming in. The handball looked like it came off the foot gear of Cooper Sharman. He handballed it straight in. And, well, if he's done that on purpose on the car sales replay, we'll see here, that is absolute brilliance. Might have been a little bit of luck involved there.
Yeah, a bit of luck. I think he was trying to find Duday.
Out of bounds on the full. Off the shin, and well, the Crows now try to line up centre wing far side again, and a nice mark taken out there by Duday as they look to surge forward once more from half back.
Look good at the start here, the Crows. They've worked their way back into it. A bullet-like kick has found Jimmy Rowe on the wing, eastern side of Adelaide Oval. He's going to put it up for the big grab. Thilthorpe thought he had his arm restricted. Tex Walker came through. Got a little handball out, and the umpire has seen something here. He's called a throw to Tex Walker. It's going to be a free kick to Dougal Howard inside his defensive 50. Don't know what to do with it here. This goes to Patton. He goes down the line. Thilthorpe and Marshall. Marshall, quick hands to McKenzie. Now to Windhager. He goes a quick kick as he was tackled when he kicked it. And as you can tell by the roar of the crowd, it went out on the full.
I think St Kilda most of the night have been better in close with their hands, but Adelaide, conversely have been outstanding bringing that pressure on
Duday to Keys on the 45. He winds up. He's got up towards a hot spot. Walker's going to fly in front. He went double-fisted to bring it down to the Crummers. A few there, Howard. He was in two minds. Eventually got it to Patton. He slammed on his boot to come outside of 50. Bit of a wrestle there. Duday may have been held by Sharman. Ball goes over the boundary. We'll have a throw in. 17 minutes gone on the Makita Rule, the outdoors clock, and it's heating up. Thanks to Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customer scoreboard, and a margin 2 points favouring the Adelaide Crows. So, just the heat starting to pour into this game. Crowd getting more involved. Crouch is going to follow this one over the boundary line again as we go, and we might get a quick look around the grounds. Richmond 8.56 leading Essendon 5.333 on the Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Scoreboard around the grounds there. Darryl Wakeland to Shaw Unify. It's about to open up this field, don't you?
Yeah, well, I thought in the first 10 minutes St Kilda really blowing it open, but Adelaide with maturity have just wrestled their way back into this game to get some scoreboard pressure.
So from that stoppage, Brad Hill got the kick to the wing. Duday was pushed in the back. Crowd wanted the free. In the end, Hamill burst away from the pack, gave it to Keys. Span on a dime, put it inside forward 50. Thilthorpe in a good spot. Saints have the numbers. Webster, Hill went to ground. He's under pressure. Umpire Pate holding the ball. Geez, that was quick. Absolutely like a rocket. And he might get 50.
Yeah, I think he's paid it here, Bonds. He's paid it.
Pressure came from Jimmy Rowe. And he'll march him back to the goal line. You'll see here on the car sales replay everything you ought to know.
Was that for kicking the ball away or descent here?
I think it was kicking the ball away.
I think it was Josh Battle. Got the handball received back behind the play, but
Jimmy Rowe from the goal square puts another one on the board for the Crows. They go to 5-11. Make that 6-11. St Kilda 6-3 on the Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customer scoreboard.
I mean, it was just a lazy decision in the end by Battle. Whacks it on the boot. He knew that the free was there. He knew there was a hold up in play. You need to get that ball back. At least ask the question to the umpire. But in the end, it was a little handball back from Webster, and Battle just cranked it on the boot. 50 metres. Can't get too much easier than that. Young Jimmy Rowe.
47 plays 39. Adelaide by 8. Thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. Don't go anywhere. And could have been a play of the day for visit mildura.com.au. Rowe. Geez, a few people starting to lose their ground. Footing on the ground, boys. It's just getting a bit dewy. That weather report was spot on by you, Bonds. At the start of the game, as the ball went up and down, umpire says, give it to me. So, Ryder and Strawn. Strawn's done well. The inexperienced Berry picked the ball up and flicked the handball out. It went as far as Smith. He went underground to Haitley. He wheels around on his right boot, looking up towards 50. Fogarty underneath it in a battle with Wilkie. Did well. Fogarty's got to follow up though. Wood back there. Sinclair for St Kilda. He got a kick away. They're going to pay a free kick here. Umpire signal
down the field.
Downfield. So just a little dump from. He's done that before too, Darcy Fogarty. So the kick went to go forward and cut off there by Chase Jones at half-back for the Adelaide Crows.
So Chase Jones has it. He's going to go backwards. They want to switch it, the Crows. Goes to Hinge. Now to Duday. He's about 30 metres out from the Saints' goal. 20 and a half minutes. Makita clock rules the outdoors with Makita. Kicks outside 50. Pack of players out there on the wing. Berry, he was grabbed, gave a little handball to McHenry, sold some candy, beautiful work, Ned McHenry, kicks down to McAdam. He was bumped when the footy wasn't there. Umpire said fair enough. Brad Hill took the mark. He goes sideways to Billings, and Billings will come western side of the ground for Wood. Mason Wood short, Jones almost in the fingertips, kept it in. Crowd didn't like it. He kicked it straight to Hamill. Shocking kick.
He had 3 spare back inside. He needed to look inside at the very least.
Awful kick. Then an Amy Clanger. Wood. He went to go to Jones. He paid for holding. Advantage play on. Back now to Jones. He's centre wing interchange. This one goes up. Pack of players. The numbers with the Crows. Getting to the front was Jordan Dawson. nearly in the pocket. He's played on. He's got options, well, even deeper. Uses them. Brodie Smith, and he's making a case for the Whirlpool Kitchen and Laundry Appliances Player of the Day. Possession number 24 for Brodie Smith. They're coming up through the corridor now, the Crows. Building. Don't have anyone in the forward 50 at this stage. Rochelle dropped something he should have taken. McKenzie, Sinclair, chain of handballs back to Hill. He's slipping by foot 2. Where are the long stops? Bring them back, the crowd say. Hill back to Sinclair. Handball now wider. Sharman inside 50. Nice kick too to Membry. And Membry will go back and have a shot on goal. We've gone 22 minutes in the third quarter, and this could be a crucial moment, or a Bendix breaks big moment. Confidence stopping Bendix breaks. Tight angle, kick it from 47. Darryl Wakeman. It's the first sort of real lead up forward they've hit inside all day, the St Kilda team.
Yeah, he just haven't been able to get distance on his man, has he? Dawson's taking him at the moment. He'll get a shot. He's been hungry. He's been lively. I think he'll kick this one too, Miles.
So we kick one at the 3.5-minute mark of this quarter. It looks like he's hit it all right. And no, he just misses to the near side, through for a minor score. So St Kilda is starting to have some accuracy woes. They move to 40, trailing the Crows 6-11-47 on the Mate, Australia's most satisfied internet customer scoreboard. And, 23-minute mark, about 6 or 7 to go. Paul Bonser, it is certainly hotting up.
Great game of footy we got here for you on AFL Nation. Miles Pitts and Paul Bonser. Darryl Wakeland, as the umpire's seen a free kick here. It's going the way of Dougal Howard. He's about 60 from home on the outer side, eastern side of Adelaide Oval. Crowded forward line. Just puts it up to the top of the square. Big fly from Long again, but gave away the free kick again. He's done that a couple of times tonight. Benny Long. Jordan Dawson will take the free kick.
Just been non-existent tonight, hasn't he? No impact whatsoever on the game, Long.
So Dawson is out to the far wing. Nice take from Murphy. Handball over the top to McHenry. This way, that way. Tackled out of bounds by Sinclair.
Good tackle there too. Chance for the toughest player. Hard Yakka, legendary gear.
Good player, isn't he, Sinclair?
Oh.
Just tough, balanced. He hit that 30-metre handball earlier to get that shot on goal by Membry.
And he had to lift too in the absence of Steele. Sort of similar players. Windhager up inside 50, tried the hit up target for Ryder. Crowded a contest and a free kick. It's going to go the way of Mitchell Hinge, the boy from Mundalla in the southeast. Hinge wider on his left. He goes to the non-commentary side to find Berry. 24.5 gone thanks to Makita all the outdoors. And Berry goes up the line on the Hills side. Beating Fogarty to the ball was Patton, and Fogarty just gives him a proper mouthful. He gave Berry just the old-fashioned, mate, I don't want him there. Got to sit him on my head. Fogarty been quiet too and got selection issues at the Crows. Himmelberg out of the side this week. So Hill, he sidestepped in, got tackled by Rochelle. Murphy then taken high and dumped too by Webster. Berry got hit high off the ball by Long. They didn't pick that up. McHenry's come in, trying to rough up Webster. And the one bloke that doesn't really need to be coat hanging on the ground, Darryl Wakeman, is Lockie Murphy. And he's got a 50-metre here. And Jones, McHenry's getting in there. He's just irritating them like a good old-fashioned bad rash. And he's got the 50 metres out of it. Murphy will make short work of this weights.
Absolutely, he will. There's no need for that.
Well, McHenry went in, didn't he? And he stirred it up, and then they've obviously given away the 50 off the back of that. So he'll kick from, what's that, about 40, almost directly in front. He's a beautiful kick of the football, Lockie Murphy. And this is a much-needed goal, a set shot for the Victorian Farmers Federation. Keep your head in the zone for his first of the game. Murphy misses. That is a big let-off for St Kilda. Another minor score for Adelaide. 6-12, would you believe it? 48. They lead St Kilda 6-4, 40 on the Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customer scoreboard.
Getting really deep in this third quarter. So probably 4 or 5 minutes to go, Miles, but can St Kilda strike getting a nice little build-up in play here.
They worked the ball to half forward. It came off the hands of Marshall. Cooper Sharman saw it across the boundary line. Good spoil from Duday. The Adelaide Crows. Almost 27 minutes gone. Third term, Makita Clock. Ruley outdoors with Makita.
It's a massive let-off with Murphy.
Huge.
Such a tight game. Oh, you need to take your opportunity.
It's a throw-in. Crows are going to get the clearance from here as well. Berry over the top to Murphy. Back to Berry in the 1-2. He's got Fogarty over the top. Uses him with a handball. Oh, excellent kick from Fogarty. Tex, one hand up. Couldn't cling onto it. Couldn't wrap the fingers around it. Still under pressure, the Saints. Kick comes out. It's intercepted by Brody Smith. He's marked it just inside 50. He's had 24 disposals, Brody Smith. And this will be number 25.
This is in his wheelhouse, this Wakes.
Nice little contested mark. Needs to reward himself.
So Brody Smith yet to kick a goal. Will kick from about 51, 52 metres. Kept it flat. Don't know if it's got the accuracy. It doesn't. Another minor score to the Adelaide Crows. They could be 2 or 3 in front here. But the score, 6-13 to 6-4. Mate, Australia's most satisfied NBN customer scoreboard.
We've got the best experts, thanks to Shaw. Unify your team. And we've got Darryl Wakeman, the 261 gamer. 2 let-offs from the Crows, 6-13. Wakes, you just can't do that to good sides like St Kilda.
Just got 2 on a platter and you just... you score 2 points. St Kilda come back and get a score here. It'll be heartbreaking.
Well, they've transitioned. Marshall was centre wing. He sort of kicked the grubber up inside 50. King tapping in front of himself. He was warned there by McMurray. Sharman back there. Zach Jones, he's trying to tap it. Everyone's standing around. No one trying to pick it up. Sharman, little left foot snap around the corner. Hinch came out to meet it off his knees over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. 15 around from goal. We've gone 28 and nearly 29 minutes. And the last couple of quarters were 29 apiece. So the seconds remaining here. 9 points the margin to the Adelaide Crows. Goal here would be devastating for them. Let them off the hook. Ryder gets to the front, 2 hands, try to tap down the long, you try to tap out the space. Wood back there as well. Smith, guess who? He's been the best player on the ground. Spun, gave it to Haitley. He gets it on his boot. Outside of 50, comes to the commentary side. Fogarty flew to the front, and that's exactly what they wanted him to do for the Adelaide Crows.
So he goes short to Saligo. It's about 15.1 metres. Saligo takes the mark in front of your AFL Nation commentary position. Spots up the lead of Luke Brown. Still at half back, Luke Brown. Crowded in front of him. It's all white jumpers. So he's just going to thump it down the line. And towards Fogarty's in a good spot here. He should take this grab, and he does. Bit of confidence going through the veins of Darcy Fogarty. He's going to put it inside 50. Snakes have the numbers, getting back Sinclair. Fell to Rowe. Quick hands to Haitley. His kick was smothered. Kept in, though, by Hill. Sinclair around the corner as the siren sounds. Great quarter of footy. And at 3/4 time, the Adelaide Crows have the lead. They're 6-13-49. St Kilda 6-4-40 on the Mate Australia's most satisfied scoreboard. We'll have a break and come back for more action here at Adelaide Oval. This is AFL Nation.
That quarter on AFL Nation was for Mate Internet and Mobile. Australia's most satisfied NBN customers. Internet from $59.
My Macca's Rewards has arrived. Earn points with every Macca's run to redeem on more of your favourites. Your mates' usuals or family go-tos. Download the My Macca's app and start earning today. Value means more at Macca's. T's and C's apply. See our website for details.
$100 just for switching your internet provider? Mate! Switch your internet to Mate in May and enter the promo code MAY100 on sign up to get $100 credit on your account once connected. You heard it right. Get $100 credit just for switching and connecting internet with Mate. Be quick. Offer ends 31st of May. Visit letsbemates.com.au or search Mate online. Credit applied 28 days after activation. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're a local multi-trade contracting company, Handy wants you. Handy works with insurance companies with fair rates and fast payment. If you're licensed and insured, it's quick to sign up. Go to handy.com. That's HANDDI.com.
Hello, bank.
Hi, I've been a customer with you guys for ages, and I see you're advertising lower rates than what I'm on.
And your point?
I'm paying more than new customers.
That's the loyalty penalty.
Seriously? I'm being penalised for being loyal?
Your loyalty is worth a lot to us.
Then why am I paying thousands more a year in interest?
As I said, it's worth a lot to us. Gotta go. New customers waiting on the line.
Athena's the only lender that rewards your loyalty, not charges for it. See how much that can save you at athena.com.au. Athena, love us and leave us. Standard credit criteria, terms, conditions and government charges apply.
Ken!
Yes?
You stand before me today to take the Cannot Hire Customer Service Pledge, the Ken Oath. By taking the oath, you hereby pledge to help everyone, everywhere, make their job easy. What say you?
Ken Oath?
Ha! I can't hear you!
Ken Oath!
Sheds come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, but if you're after a shed, go and have a word with the family-owned team at Best Sheds, because right now, you'll get 10% off the sheds at Best Sheds. Plus, all their sheds come with a 20-year manufacturer's warranty, and you can choose from the standard range or customise the shed of your dreams. Hit the sheds with Best Sheds 10% off sale. Best Sheds, 100% Australian-owned and manufactured. Visit bestsheds.com.au.
Something wonderful happens when you visit Mildura. The city vibe continues, but the outback's only moments away. Fresh produce is endless, the embers are hotter, and the night skies seem longer. Nature sings, kangaroos graze, and the sun glistens magically on the river. Photos captured and stories told are shared amongst family and friends. So, when you're ready, start your journey with us. Visit mildura.com.au.
Looking for innovative appliances designed with the environment in mind? Then look no further. For over 110 years, Whirlpool has been a leader in kitchen and laundry appliances using patented 6 Sense technology. Whirlpool guarantees outstanding results while saving precious time and energy. Forgot to wash the kids' muddy sports gear in time for the weekend? With a Whirlpool washer and dryer, they'll be perfectly washed and dried just in time for kickoff. So, have you got a Whirlpool? Visit whirlpool.com.au.
From first-time browsing to big-time arousing, Sexyland is all about fun. We have Australia's biggest range of sexy costumes, couples' toys, fun gifts and games for adults. And our team of fun specialists are always here to help in-store and online. Sexyland 11 stores open 7 days until midnight in Melbourne and Geelong, or shop online and get 2-hour delivery.
Take me now, I'm coming. Take me now, Sexyland.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Hybrid flooring in store now.
He's off to the races, Membry. One bounce, it's all clear. This is all over, put it in the book, boys. Membry, open goal. St Kilda get a reply, they kick their fourth. Handball to Berry, he runs into 50, chips over to find McAdam, got front position. Big spoil by Wilkie. McAdam at the back, Sockers off the ground and goals! McAdam loves it, grabs a jumper again. He runs through, kicks his second. The Crows, they're up for this.
Maccas, I'm loving it moments. Order via the My Maccas app and start earning today.
Welcome back to Adelaide Oval, round 10, Sir Doug Nicholls round. The Adelaide Crows, well, they are holding on. They lead currently now by 9 points. 9 points your margin over the St Kilda Football Club, 6-13 to 6-4 here as they players walk back out onto the ground. I'm loving it moments for Macca's. $6 small McChicken meal and cheeseburger on the My Maccas app. And Wakes, we need to hear from you. You're the 261 gamer. Thanks to Shaw Unify. Unify your team. Mate, what are you expecting in the last quarter here?
I'm just looking at that St Kilda midfield. I think Ryder's going to have a massive impact late in this game. I just see John Jones through there, Ross. They're really loading up there. Crouch also. Crouch with a quiet third quarter, but I just expect them to really come with an aggressive attitude through there. I just sense as though Adelaide are hanging in there. Their youth have been outstanding. They're just making up the play between the arcs, and they're finally starting to get a little bit of score. Fogarty needs to stand up and finish this game like he finished that third quarter.
Who wins?
Saints win by 3. goal.
Bond, 2 wins.
Saints by 17.
Saints by a goal, sticking with it. Paul Bonser for your opening bounce for Tyre Power. Get 20% of a set of 4 Vittoria tyres.
Strawn and Ryder. Ryder got the tap down to Jones. He's kicked to centre half forward. Long came flying. There was some holding. The umpire's paying a free kick. It's going the way of St Kilda. They use the advantage. In fact, the umpire's bringing it back, saying no advantage.
Just quickly, too, boys, around the ground, thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Great savings every day. Richmond 66 leading Essendon 39 at quarter time.
Windhager puts it into the pocket looking for King, and he takes the mark on the chest. Just too strong. He already has 4. He's going to line up from his 5th. He's about 25 metres out on about a 40-degree angle. Too easy.
He just unlucky there, Nick Murray. It just shows he's a little bit of that lack of experience down back.
So here's Max King. Should just split the centre here. Good contact. Umpire didn't move. Early goal for the Saints. They go to 7-4. Adelaide 6-13 on the Farmers Business Network scoreboard. Farmers Supplies online.
Once again, they got the centre clearance there. Jones out of the middle. Ryder, outstanding, got his hand on it. But an outstanding contested mark going deep to King. As we spoke about, young Nick Murray, he's been brave all night. But he just needed to turn an angle and really push off King. He had the ability to push him boundary side. He had the drop. He made perfect position. But just King really wanted it more.
He's making a play for our Whirlpool Kitchen and Laundry Appliances Player of the Day. 5 straight, Max King. 5 straight for him. 6-13-49. The Crows lead St Kilda by 1 point. 7-4-46 on a Farmers Business Network Farm Supplies online scoreboard. Back in the centre of the ground. The Crows get the clearance this time. Try to head up towards centre half forward. Murphy, he put his arms up. Couldn't mark Keys. He gets a grubber out towards centre half forward now. Back there was Patton. Wilkie goes laterally. Hill hasn't kept his feet much in the last quarter, but he's been good. Hill for St Kilda, 23 to 3/4 time.
Like we said with Nick Murray back before, Miles, 6 disposals for King, 5 goals. Just breaks your heart.
They got kicked up the line, and Keys got the clearance, but back there was battle for St Kilda. There's been a free kick paid here. Advantage now played on. It was a bit late though. Billings, he wheels around, marshals a target, try to get body position, got it, half a fist to it, but it went over the back. Hamill for the Crows at half back, handball to Keys, a good old-fashioned fend off, then kicked an absolute worm burner wider to Strawn, and he's at half back for the Crows non-commentary side.
Hamill can play, can't he? He just his rebound off half back, exciting young talent.
Strawn kicks down the line. Lucky move, he almost took a little hanger over the top of Hill. Quick hands from the Crows, ends up with Keys, and he kicks it straight to Sinclair. Sinclair's going to come this western side. Wanganeen Miller by himself. Takes the mark, has a bounce, sells some candy. Kicks inside forward 50. Well done by Hinge. Got a spoil in there. Cooper Sharman. Now Hamill again. He fell over, left the ball behind. Wilhager to Wanganeen Miller again. Into the back pocket. And the Crows are going to get out of this somehow. But a horrible little kick forward. Laird, taken high, will win the free kick at half back.
Didn't need to do that, Ross. Just needed to try and bring that to ground. Had all the pressure on that Adelaide back line.
Wakes, I just wanted to see a bit more from Wanganeen Miller then. So they had the space, he took it on, but the kick wasn't great going inside 50 and he had plenty of time.
Well, he opened the play right up, didn't he? Just go to the top of the square, deep to a one-on-one.
Well, the Crows come out towards the interchange gate. That's poor by Walker. Got straight in the back of Jack Sinclair. He goes on the 45 to Hill. Quick handball to Patton. They go up through centre half forward. The Saints are coming again. Gorson sat under it. Sharman, he got a fist in though. Knocked it out of his hands. Crouch got a tiny little kick away. Marshall was out of position. It's all the Crows down back. Duday, Dawson. Oh, bad handball. Gresham's going to cut in. Put his head over it. Couldn't gather go. They get wrapped up inside here. Crouch going to left foot snap away, and he kicks it. Brad Crouch, something out of nothing. He's had 20 to 3/4 time, Brad Crouch. He kicks his first, And just out of a mess in there, the terrible handball there by Dawson. And hang on a minute, we got a score review thanks to Sleep Better with Spinalese pillows, on sale now at spinalese.e.com.au.
Trying to see who it is calling for it, saying it was touch.
Now, who's the player in there? I think that's McKenzie. And he's trying to pull his arm out of the way. It's going to be touched maybe by his own player on the car sales replay. And, well, it's got to be, if the umpire signalled a goal, there's got to be definitive evidence.
I think the umpire has signalled touched.
Review complete. Looking at these angles, we can see there is a gap.
There's a gap. And the umpire says, the crowd aren't going to like this. There's a screen, we wait. Set up like a behind. Goal. Well, crowds, they're not going to like it. Here they come, St Kilda. We had to wait for it a long time too as they rolled the interchanges down on the boundary too, thanks to Spitwater rugged reliability. While we were waiting, Rochelle back on the ground now. But it was just something out of nothing again. 8-4-52, they lead the Crows. 6-13-49, Darryl Wakeman.
As we spoke about in that third quarter, Miles, the 2 goals missed, one by Brodie Smith, another straight out by Murphy from 30. You come back to absolutely haunt them. And then out of nowhere, St Kilda come and kick two goals like that, crouch out of the contest, and Max King with a magnificent contested mark.
Back in the middle, the crowd's making some noise for Sports Power. Get the latest big brand footy boots in store at Sports Power now. There's the ball up. Dead heat, Berry tried to burst his way through. Strong tackle from Gresham. The umpire will do it again.
Rowan Marshall at the contest. They're pushing Ryder deep.
Marshall won that tap. Keys ended up with the footy. Little handball to Strawn. Hurried kick forward. Rochelle looking for a free kick. Walker tried to feed the handball to Rochelle. Well done, Jimmy Webster. Just held up. And he's going to get the free kick here. Rochelle, high tackle from Wilkie. So he's about 55 from home.
He put his head over at Bonds, didn't he?
He certainly did. He's going to swing around. Kicks from 52. Josh Rochelle goes bang! And puts the Crows back in front. What a goal! There's the goal of the day. For Host Plus, that's a plus. Josh Rochelle, take a bow.
He's got X factor, hasn't he? Well, you get a player just so clever. He protected the ball. He drew the free, but he just rolled around. He had one thing on his mind. Just absolutely rolled around. He hit that right on 50, carried the distance. Phil Thorpe looked like he had taken the contested mark on the line.
He would have robbed him of the bomb, wouldn't he?
He would have been dirty, but they've called it a goal from Rochelle. That's a great counter punch by Adelaide.
Yeah, expert comments thanks to Shaw. Unify your team. Great call, Paul Bonzo. But that's a kid that loves the big stage.
And he's getting some nice numbers, isn't he, for such a tough position.
Adelaide by 3 points on the Farmers Business Network. Farm Supplies online scoreboard. I told you boys we're in for a thriller. So they're going forward again, the Crows. Murphy sort of has a shorter option. Looking for Thilthorpe. Kick wasn't great. Getting to the front. Rochelle again. Here he comes. Sinclair for St Kilda. Handballs to Battle. Now Crouch under pressure from Berry. Ball goes straight up in the air. Thilthorpe. Well, it was a volleyball spike. Could have been a throw. Jones for St Kilda. Try to get a clearing kick away. Goes over the boundary. The crowd want deliberate. No siree. We'll have a boundary throw in right at the interchange gates. We've gone 8.5 thanks to Makita. Rule the outdoors clock. And that was a big tackle there thanks to Berry. It might be a tackler of the day thanks to Toro. Count on it. Count on Toro to get the job done. So the boundary throw in. McAdams, he's in there. They're getting busy, the Smalls. But St Kilda through Gresham. Oh, that's a hospital handball. Terrible. Try to find Berry. Windhager did well. The kick goes back inboard on the 45. Towards centre half forward. Cut off there by Hinge. He went up inside 50 and a free kick going to be paid. Goes the way of St Kilda and the crowd absolutely spitting chips.
And just watching Fogarty there, he made no effort to get to that front position. When you got chunk kicks coming out, the pressure's on down the ground. You need to make that front position.
Bill kicked it to the outer side and Long was infringed. Brodie Smith climbed over the top of him. He plays on quickly, gets it to half forward. Jordan Dawson comes over the top of Marshall, thumps it out of bounds. We'll have a throw in right on the cross of 50. eastern side of Adelaide Oval. We are here for Sports Power, your local footy experts on AFL Nation. Cracking game of footy at Adelaide Oval. 3-point margin. There's a throw in, goes out the back of the pack. Now it comes to battle. He juggled it, couldn't take it cleanly. Brad wanting hold of the ball. Comes to Brad Hill. He puts it out into the pocket. Wood's going to take the mark. Diving, he's about 30 metres out from goal. Tight angle though. Right side for a left footer. Fitz.
Superb advantage side kick, wasn't it? It was the only place he needed to land it. Lobbed it on a dime against a very, very good player in Smith. Needs to finish here, Wood.
Hasn't kicked a goal this evening. 10.5 minutes gone. Makita clock looked excellent off the boot. Straight through the middle. Puts the Saints back in front. They go to 9-4. The Adelaide Crows 7-13 on the Farmers Business Network Farm Supplies online scoreboard.
He's been a good contributor all season, Wood. He has that elite footy. Not a massive accumulator of the football, but never wastes a possession. What a clean take there. It was a smart move. He knew the advantage side. He knew he had to protect that space. He had Smith on the hop, and what a clever finish in the end.
Bonds called it beautifully. It was on the perfect side for the left footer, 7-13-55. St Kilda 9-4-58 for the Farmers Business Network. Shop crop protection and nutrition products online. Shout out to all the farmers in the tractors listening on AFL Nation at the moment. All thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. So a scrappy footy in the centre of the ground. Things getting frantic. Windhager runs out of the pack, out of traffic. Looks up, got King in a bit of space. Oh. Big punch. Gee whiz. That's courage personified. The two boys that have been massive, Hinge and Murray, have come back, and that's got to be for Hardyak a legendary year. Tough moments. Oh, back with the flight, Hinge. Oh, there's something in the water in the southeast, boys. They breed him tough. He's gone back and bang. Contest of the game. Could be a Bendix Breaks big moment. Confident stopping Bendix Breaks.
Massive contest by King as well. We knew he had to go. He was open. Outstanding.
So the kick from Dawson to the western side, the commentary side, broadcast side. The umpires seen a soft free kick here. It's going the way of Billings. Crowd didn't like it. He's going to put it back inside forward 50. Cooper Sharman had a fly at it. Ball's on the deck. Woods there for the Saints. Crouch tapped it out to Membry. He goes around the corner. Membry getting back. The last line is Saligo. Forced it through for a minor score. Well done, the rookie. 9 goals, 7 the Saints, 7-13 the Crows. And the Farmers Business Network Farm Supplies online scoreboard.
It was a bit of John Travolta Studio 54 stuff sliding in on the knees there, boys. You had the flares on. You could have taken it straight back there. So the Crows, they sort of can't get it past half back for them at the moment. Another turnover. Billings has a short option too. He goes back in, and Sharman, who's been lively and called earlier by you, Darryl Wakeman. That's why you played 261 games, because you know he is 193 centimetres. He's agile.
Good match up there too on Duday. He comes up with the football. We know Duday loves to sit back. St Kilda really need to set up here, just in case it is a point. But this is great rebound.
Sharman.
Re-entry.
Yeah, this is pivotal. He'll kick from right on 50, tied him at 45. He's hit it absolutely beautifully. Squeezes it in. And he gives him the double cobras. Cooper Sharman, first of the night. And St Kilda reply. They got a 9-point leaders on the Farmers Business Network Farm Supplies online scoreboard. What a hit.
That was arrow straight, wasn't it? Just outstanding. But it was Billings, just a lace-out kick on the opposite foot. And that's all it needed. 15, 20-metre kick, just lace out, just off the ground. He made great presentation. Every forward, that's what you say, you've got to come up at the kicker. make it easy for the kicker, and he did that.
The game's opened up. They kicked 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third. They've kicked 4 in the fourth to the Adelaide Crows 1, and we do it all on AFL Nation thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts.
Out to an 11-point margin, the Saints. Strawn won the tap down to Haitley. Just a scrubby little kick. Gresham, the first one there for the Saints. Tried to feed the handball to Ross. He's been tackled by McAdam. Ball's come loose to Gresham, though. Jones tried to feed Hill, couldn't get there. Rowe dived in, won a free kick, high tackle. Jimmy Rowe goes to Fogarty on the lead, hits him out, long way from home, 70, maybe 80 metres out. Just holding onto the footy, Darcy Fogarty. Now goes, puts it up for Walker and Strawn. The spoil came from Dougal Howard. McAdam's in there. He's laid upon. The umpire will come in and ball it up. We're about 30 out from the Crows' goal, straight in front.
Strawn, gee, he's got up gingerly there. Pardon the pun, but he's...
Well, they're listening on radio. They can't see him, Wakes. They can't see him. And Fogarty, he tried to shrug a tackle. Says, I don't mind that from you. That's holding the footy by him. And, well...
He's still recovering. He's getting himself together, the big 6'7" ginger head.
You've got to paint the picture on radio, Wakes. You've done it beautifully. St Kilda on the transition. Hill, half back. Oh, he's missed a kick here. Bad turnover. Keys into open space. Handballs to Walker. He snaps. That is an awful, awful, awful miss. That's game defining. He had way more time. He's had a pretty sour night, in fact, Tex Walker. And that could have brought the margin, well, back to 5 points. And Darryl Wakeman, that could be probably the biggest moment of the game right there.
Oh, you just sense, I mean, it's probably starting the office obvious, but you need a big moment from Walker, don't you? Thilthorpe, or it will be Fogarty. They're getting an opportunity again now. All of a sudden, St Kilda making some mistakes. Who's going to pop up for Adelaide in this forward line?
Just on cue here, Strawn coming off, so we'll just keep an eye on that down on the boundary thanks to Spitwater, rugged reliability.
So Haitley takes the free kick and dropping back into hole. Patton takes an uncontested mark. Almost looked like he just told everyone to leave it alone, it's mine, and they did.
Watching Thilthorpe come onto the ground, he'll go into the ruck, looking very ginger. Right knee heavily strapped.
Kick out, almost taking the mark was Dawson. Murphy was taken high. In fact, it's Saligo. He'll win the free kick. Jake Saligo.
Ginger, wasn't he, coming on the ground?
He was. Sloppy again there by Billings. Just fell over the top. Adelaide getting opportunities.
Saligo kicks towards Fogarty. 55 out. The ball falls to Jimmy Rowe. Drills one to Tex Walker. Hits him on the chest. He's got a good footy brain. Jimmy Rowe. Great lead from Walker.
That's like a metre off the ground, elite. Is he going to do it, Miles?
If he doesn't kick this. Well, this is the biggest.
He can't have two misses in a row.
So in comes Tex Walker. He loves it. It's a goal to the Crows. We're back with inside a single kick. 8:14 plays 10-6 on the Farmers Business Network, Farm Supplies Online scoreboard.
I mean, he just absolutely went at that football. He just is such a great reader of the football. He was leaving his man before Jimmy Rowe even had taken possession. And it was just a short little 10, 15 metre lead. That's all it needed. A metre off the ground, lace out on the chest, goes back and just goes bang.
Fitz, is that the crucial moment for New Farm Australia's through and through?
Yes. He had to redeem himself. St Kilda here. Well, 4 points the margin. 66 plays 62 thanks to the Farmers Business Network. It's heating up, boys. Someone say thriller. Here it is. Don't change your radio dial. All thanks to Sports Power. They go forward. St Kilda up towards the far side of the ground. They're still 60 from home. Umpire says give it to me. And I just noticed before, fellas, there's been a sub here. Scholl was on the ground, so I'm trying to pick up who's been subbed for the Crows. But it was before Strawn and Thilthorpe, so we'll pick that up there. Scholl on cue. There he is. Guess what? Well done. Hately on his left boot. Now Berry, big fly, takes a nice mark on Jimmy Rowe. If you stack the two of them together, they're about as big as Max King. They go through the centre of the ground. Found McAdam. Oh, they're building here. The Adelaide Crows, they're on. McHenry's little mate's on the outside. No, he goes across, finds Hamill. He goes deep inside 50. Big fly coming back from Fogarty. He roved it. Get a handball off Sun. No, he can't. They're wrapped up from St Kilda. Oh, he had the numbers. Big tackle laid. All he had to do was get it out. He did well. We've got a ball up right in the goal square. AFL Nation. Walker tried to get in there. He grabbed it, spat out the back. Sinclair, he gets a kick away. Dawson sitting underneath it. Jordan Dawson. And he's been paid the mark. He's one of the great kicks in the comp. Shades of when he kicked the goal to bury Port Adelaide here earlier on in the season.
Even 7 metres, probably 8 metres closer, Miles.
He is probably a bit straighter too, to be fair. Probably about 15 or 20 further in, because we were right behind the last one. He's going to line up for his second. Kick one about the 25-minute mark of the second quarter. And this for the Crows to hit the front by 2 points. Dawson hits it nicely, loves it, goal, Crows in front, thrillers on Darrell.
That's massive. Well, Miles, if he hadn't endeared himself to the Adelaide crowd, he's done it again. He's taken it to another level. He's becoming one of the crowd favourites here at Adelaide Oval. We spoke about before the game St Kilda's record against Adelaide, just having won one of the last 11 games. Adelaide have hit the front.
Hey, just got a message through. Got to thank a couple of mates at home. Josh Rochelli. Thanks, Dan. He's been subbed out of the game. Didn't see him come off, but they're keeping an eye on it. Back in the centre of the ground, thanks to Sports Power, your local footy experts. Paul Bonser on debut. You've got a thriller, mate.
2-point lead to the Adelaide Crows. Jones is going to get the clearance for St Kilda. Kicks to the broadcast side. Billings is the first one there. Corralled by McHenry. Has to kick around the corner. Well done by Ross. Just worked Jones off the footy. Kick to the top of the square. King is there. And the ball has been punched over the line by Nick Murray.
6th lead change of the quarter, boys. Adelaide by 2.
And it's the big moments. Potentially another 5 or 6 massive moments in the last 7-8 minutes of this game. Who's it going to be? Who's going to step up?
22.5 minutes gone in the final term. Hamill shoved it out to Gresham. Tried to break the tackle of Berry. Couldn't do it. Crouch tackled over the line by Laird. The ball stayed in. Comes out to Berry. Berry kicks it out of the danger zone, but straight to Sinclair, and he gobbles it up at half forward.
Well, Sinclair went to play on. He's called the man on the mark to stand it. Well, he's gone back and told him, so probably got away with one there. Richmond 74 lead the Bombers 47, but I think you should be staying right here. Back inside 50, St Kilda. Membry gets to the front and takes it. It was all positioning. I think Ryder might have protected him well here, and Membry to go back for another lead change to kick his second of the match at the 23-minute mark of the last quarter.
Oh, they'll be disappointed with that. I think it was Hinge, his direct opponent, just let him fly. No body engagement whatsoever.
No certainty here. 14-11 for the season. Tim Membry. But he's on a genuine 45. He'll kick from 38. He hits it. Umpire did not move one single inch. And the crowd goes silent at Adelaide Oval on Sir Doug Nichols' round. St Kilda, can you believe it or not, are back in the lead by 4 points.
Absolute clutch mark, wasn't it? It's not like the Adelaide backline didn't have time to set up. Duday was in there covered. He was trying to come from behind. Nick Murray tried to slide in front, but Ryder, very, very clever, protected that space. And Hinge, his direct opponent, in the end, an easy mark.
So on the Farmers Business Network scoreboard, Farm Supplies online. Saints lead it by 4 points. AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts. Absolute thriller here. Back in the middle. Strawn got up, tapped it down. No one can really win the clearance. Keys goes off the ground, just puts it inside forward 50. Battle was first one there, taken high. There was a hard tackle. Ball comes out to Berry. Hits Walker on the lead. No, great spoil from Wilkie. Getting back there to help was Battle. Now back to Wilkie and clears it out to Sinclair. Spoil from Berry came close to the boundary line and it's gone out of play and we'll have a throw in on the outer side. It's tense here at the Adelaide Oval.
How's the contest here on the replay? Oh, flicked over
Massive.
the top. Dawson's huge.
Dawson coming through. How good Sinclair been in this back half? What an outstanding player.
25 minutes gone on the Makita clock.
261 gamer with us on AFL Nation. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonza, Darryl Wakeman. Do not change your dial. Centre wing, far side, scrubby footy umpire taking a long time to blow the whistle. And he does. He says, give it to me. We've gone 20, 5.5, and the other quarters have gone 29. So, probably a few minutes left.
8 goals kicked in the quarter.
Wilkie's been outstanding on Walker. Walker had a couple opportunities in this last quarter, but Wilkie just on his last line of defence, getting a hand in, making spoils. Been incredible.
Strawn back on the ground. That right calf is taped, and Rochelle subbed out with a cork right hip. So the clearance went to go forward. Umpires put the whistle away here for a while. Leg's got to get taken out there, surely, against Sinclair. Anyway, Crouch on his right boot goes up centre wing, backing back there was Murray. Long, haven't seen him all night. He went one way or the other. Go back to Gresham. They go up inside 50. King's got room. And running back with the flight. He had no one around him a similar size, and that's all too soft at the 26.5-minute mark, Darryl Wakeman.
He just kept his eye on the ball. It's not a nice feeling coming back into open space like that. But it was Saligo, I think it was, coming at him, but just pulled up a metre short. Lining up for his 7th possession, mind you.
So King for goal number 6. Goes back, hits it from 47. He likes it. And he salutes. That's what they needed, 2 in a row. St Kilda, they're up by 10 points. King's kicked the bag and making us a big, strong case for player of the match, thanks to Whirlpool. But he's kicked 6 straight. And St Kilda respond in the finest of fashions. All thanks to the Farmers Business Network, Farm Supplies online scoreboard. 9-14-68, St Kilda 12-6-78.
It was an elite kick in the end. I think it was Seb Ross just laced that comeback in, squeezed it in outside of the boot. Needed to weight it perfectly, landed in between 2 Adelaide Crows defenders, and that was outstanding. The courage to go back, but then to slot it from his 50 metres, outstanding.
Coming up to 28 minutes gone last term. Have the Crows got time? Kick was smothered off the boot of Keys. Laird picked it up with one hand, put it towards Fogarty, who flew. Down was McHenry, couldn't keep his feet. Now he's going to be wrapped up. The umpire's paid a free kick too high. So McHenry will get a free about 30 metres out straight in front.
Here we go.
He went to ground, McHenry.
Sloppy by Howard. Over the top, untidy.
Just a little bit of life in this game for the Adelaide Crows. McHenry must kick. This time's running out. 28.5 minutes gone, final term. This will bring the margin back to 4 points. It's close. He's missed it. He has missed it.
Well, that's the difference, isn't it, boys? You got King down the other end, equal career best, 6 goals straight, and the Crows have just let him off the hook.
You're talking about taking your moments. King has done that, hasn't he, with his 7 disposals. Just been outstanding to execute.
He was having a fly there. He's going to get a free kick here. Is it going to Marshall? It is.
Little push by Murray.
Umpire played it way off the ball. So centre wing half back, St Kilda tried to pinpoint one here, thread the needle. As Gresham might have been being held by Strawn, no free kick. They go back up, they're playing holding, going the other way, now 50 surely. So it was against Strawn for holding, but geez, he took a long time to blow that.
Strawn on Gresham in the end. Unlucky.
69 plays 78, St Kilda lead. He's gone up the line to find Ryder. In front, Smith. He's been super for the Crows, probably their best. Sort of a blind handball over to Berry. He's going to get a high free kick, and these smalls for the Crows have done it well today, haven't they? Just dropped the knees just that slightly bit, all legally, not ducking, but a lot of high free kicks. So they go to switch, the transition. Smith again, he's just racking and stacking him. Gone right across the ground, found Hinge. Inside now to Murray, back to Hinge on his left, short option. Oh, bad kick. Goes to Brad Hill, the turnover in his 200th.
He was the one safe between three Crows and he couldn't find him. He went short to Gresham, inside to Paddy Ryder, who took the mark straight in front, 40 metres out. And this should seal the deal for the Saints.
Yeah, this is it.
Goes back to that bad miss of McHenry. He just should have slotted that. Could be a different game.
Even Murphy, just that Murphy misses. Still one, isn't it?
As a backman, it goes down, you miss that opportunity. The pressure then builds back the other way because you know if you get scored against, it's a double dagger.
6 more scoring shots, the Crows. Paddy Ryder doesn't care about anything about that at all. His shot has gone through. The Saints are home. Paddy Ryder. 13-6 the Saints. 9-15 the Crows on the Farmers Business Network scoreboard. Farm Supplies Online.
Wakes, they've kicked 7 for the quarter. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, and 7 in the last.
Well, when you're talking a tight game, Adelaide's kicked 15 points. There was several of those rushed early, but there was so many missed opportunities, wasn't there? Even at the start of this last quarter with Walker, misses an opportunity. The other half chances we talk about in tight games, you just have to take your opportunity.
Back in the centre of the ground, all thanks to Sports Power. St Kilda going forward again. And a mark here taken by Marshall. Now they're rubbing salt into the wound. And when you see them in the aisles on the other side of the ground, Darryl Wakeland, you know that might be all she wrote. So St Kilda up by 15 points, and the Crows have just kicked themselves out of it. 9-15, if you don't mind, with what could only be seconds remaining on the clock. This quarter's gone 32 minutes so far. Every other quarter only 29 and 29 and a half. So Marshall going back for his first of the game. He'll kick from 45. Looks like he's hit it okay. Umpire moving a long way left, but he got it. They go and get around him, the St Kilda. They've sealed the game right on the siren. And look at him pile in on Sir Doug Nicholls' round at Adelaide Oval to rub salt into the wound. The final margin, 21 points, favouring St Kilda. As we hear the St Kilda song blast around Adelaide Oval. St Kilda, they run away 21-point victors over the Adelaide Crows. And round 10, Sir Doug Nicholls round. This is AFL Nation on SEN. We have got, well, our post-game show on the other side of this. Miles Fitzner, Paul Monser, Darryl Wakeland with you. St Kilda victors by 21 points here at Adelaide Oval.
That quarter on AFL Nation was for Tyre Power, your matchday favourites for tyre safety.
Looking for innovative appliances designed with the environment in mind? Then look no further. For over 110 years, Whirlpool has been a leader in kitchen and laundry appliances. Using patented 6 Sense technology, Whirlpool guarantees outstanding results while saving precious time and energy. Watching the footy? Feel like a hot pie at halftime? The Whirlpool Crisp and Grill microwave will cook you a perfectly crisp pie in only 8 minutes, just in time for kickoff. So, have you got a Whirlpool? Visit whirlpool.com.au.
Still hunting around for incredible value? Ditch the magnifying glass and check out the Kogan Money credit card. There's no annual fee, plenty of tantalising rewards, and if you meet the spend requirements, you could earn $400 in credit to spend on Kogan.com. So go on and make the switch to a better great value credit card at koganmoney.com.au/radio.
Offer ends May 31. T's and C's credit criteria, other fees and charges apply. Product issuer and credit provider Citigroup Pty Ltd.
Spitwater, built tough and ready in Australia for 40 years with a brand new look and the same rugged reliability. Right now, take advantage of the ATO Instant Tax Write-Offs for business. That's instant clean, instant tax write-off, instant job well done. With distribution, sales and service centres located in Brisbane, Sydney, Albury, Melbourne, Adelaide and Perth, and authorised dealers in all major centres throughout Australia. Call 1-800-SPITWATER now or visit spitwater.com.au today.
Hi, it's Will Davison, supercar driver and two-time Bathurst winner. Did you know that IMAR, the tradies mate, has handymen and landscapers covered too? Insure your handyman or landscaping business with IMAR and receive competitive monthly premiums at no additional cost. Keep the inside line and get an instant quote at imar.com.au. Pay the premium online and you're ready to go. Or call 13-IMAR, that's 134627. Get a quote, get covered, get working.
They're the tradies, mate. That's IMAR.
Daikin is the world's #1 in air conditioning, and Climate is one of Australia's biggest Daikin dealers. So keep warm this winter, choose an energy-efficient Daikin ducted or high-wall split system and save on your electricity bill. And with Wi-Fi zoning control, you'll have total temperature control for every room. Plus, every Daikin ducted system comes with a free Daikin room air purifier. Get in touch with your local Climate store now. Visit climate.com.au.
Level 3 Forest Hill Chase is your local destination for good food, fun and entertainment. Birdie's Mini Golf and Sports Bar is the perfect place to watch all your favourite sports on the big screen. 12 beers on tap, live music and a rock star menu. Make Birdie's Mini Golf and Sports Bar your new local to eat, drink and play. Level 3 Forest Hill Chase is where it's at. Best parking, Level 3.
It happens on 3 Forest Hill Chase.
ForestHillChase.com.au.
Sustained performance in footy is more than just one great game. It's about playing consistently, game after game, season after season. Host Plus, the strong performance over the long term, with top returns over 20 years. A top performing super fund over the long term, that's a plus.
Super Ratings SR50 Balanced Index, December 2021. General advice only. Consider the relevant Host Plus PDS and TMD at hostplus.com.au before deciding if Host Plus is appropriate for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
Search, compare Host Plus today.
Safety Steel. Time to get real.
Tim Watson here. Can you remember as a kid painting goals on the side of your dad's shed and shooting for goals day after day? Well, they built them tough back then, just like the sheds from Safety Steel. For prefab steel kit buildings and custom designed sheds that are tough and durable, search Safety Steel. For your dream shed, search Safety Steel.
Safety Steel. Time to get real.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation. For Beaumont Tiles, hybrid flooring in store now.
The open space, 20 out directly in front of goal, and Thilthorpe one-handed, tapped to himself and then Mark, and they let a few of them know. And Thilthorpe back in the side this week will go back and have a shot almost directly in front, 30 metres out. He goes back, makes short work of the two. The Crows get their first.
He had the perfect sit on it, King.
Into Eddie Bett's pocket, hit it nicely, too many lines set, and St Kilda, they get their first. Big mark taken by Shane McAdam. 30 out on the 45. He looked like he hit it okay. He loves it. Grabs the jumper on Sir Doug Nichols' round. Salutes to the hill. And the Adelaide Crows get their second after repeat inside 50s. The kick came in. Cut off. Hill, 200 games. Snaps and kicks a goal. And it was a poor kick inboard. St Kilda up to centre half forward. Out the back there was Membry. He's got some space. He's off to the races. Membry. One bounce. It's all clear. This is all over. Put it in the book, boys. Membry. Open goal. St Kilda get a reply. They kick their fourth. Handball to Berry. He runs into 50. Chips over to find McAdam. Got front position. Big spoil by Wilkie. McAdam at the back. Sockers off the ground. And goal! McAdam loves it. Grabs a jumper again. He runs through, kicks his second. The Crows, they're up for this.
Paddy Ryder doesn't care about anything about that at all. His shot has gone through. The Saints are home.
So Marshall for his first of the game. He'll kick from 45. Looks like he's hit it okay. Umpire moving a long way left, but he got it. They go and get around him, the St Kilda. They've sealed the game right on the siren. And look at him pile in on Sir Doug Nicholls' round at Adelaide Oval to rub salt into the wound. The final margin, 21 points, favouring St Kilda. As we hear the St Kilda song blast around Adelaide Oval. The victors by 21 points over the Adelaide Crows. Miles Fitzner, Paul Bonser in the 261 gamer, 2004 Premiership player and 2005 best team man, Darryl Wakeman with us. Wakes, we've got the post show and Bonds. We sit through, we've got about 10 or 15 or so minutes to get through a few of these. And we'll start with our MEGT Rookie of the Day, your local apprenticeship experts. Which first year player really caught your fancy?
I just like I like young Strawn, the way he went about it all night. Probably Ryder got the better of him with the double combo with Marshall, but I just the way he went about it. He's had the 6 tackles. He kept accumulating the ball, and he was just outstanding. He provided huge effort, took a massive knock in that in the last quarter, but just kept coming up. Ended up with 17 disposals, 20-odd hit-outs, and was a very, very good young rookie.
For MEGT, supporting employers and apprentices for over 40 years, Bonds.
Wakes, what about the crucial moment for New Farm Australian through and through?
Well, there had to be a moment in the last quarter. It looked like it was going to be a Taylor Walker show there for a 5-minute period, but in the end, King was the dominant player in that last quarter. He took his moments, kicked straight, and in the end, it was the difference. Took 2 sensational contested marks, and that's what you need from your big forwards. In the end, it was going to come down to the big moments, the straight kicking, and who was going to take them opportunity. So the big moment was the contested mark. Halfway through that last quarter, King directly against young Nick Murray and closed the deal and kicked straight.
Yeah, they just looked a bit undersized, a lot of the Crows defenders, didn't they?
You put Butts back there, and it's a different lineup.
I thought they might have even thrown Himmelberg or someone like that rather than dropping them. The player power rankings for Red Energy, owned by Snowy Hydro, a renewable energy leader. We're going to get this right here because it's the fantasy points. The Dream Team points, I don't think we've ever actually got it spot on.
Tonight's the night.
Well, in South Australia, it's the first time we're actually doing the bloody rankings, right?
Well, I'll go the top 3 anyway. Hill in his 200th tonight, outstanding, leads the way there. 30 disposals, an outstanding game and 1 goal. That magnificent goal in that second quarter. Dawson, again, we know he's a goal scorer. He's had the 22 touches, 3 tackles. He's kicked 2 magnificent goals, 1 from that contested mark and 1 which looked like it could have been to put him ahead probably about 15 minutes in that last quarter. Thought he was going to be the Messiah again. But young Sinclair, outstanding game with 32 possession. He was the 3rd ranked fantasy player on the ground.
The top tackler or top tackle of the game for Toro. Count on Toro to get the job done.
Yeah, so the top tackler was young Benny from the Crows. Berry, he was outstanding. I just love the way he goes about it. He plays a little bit up half forward, comes through the midfield, but he just hits the ball very, very hard. Got some real ruthlessness about him. His game will develop. His body will get bigger. He's had the 9 tackles for the night. Outstanding commitment.
I want to see where you go with this. Amy Clanger for good. Who covers Clangers? Amy does. Now, it's essentially we're talking about a Clanger that ended up being a positive. So, it's a funny one, but, I mean, a positive for St Kilda. Well, where do you go with this, Wake? So, a couple of those misses, they were poor.
Yeah, I'd have to say, for a straight-out Clanger, Hinge in the end was the pressure was building as the game went on. It was coming through there, but he laced out. I think it was Gresham in the end. As St Kilda are able to go forward, but probably give it to Dawson. He had the Clanger through the middle, but then he was able to work through, get deep, put pressure on his direct opponent, take that magnificent contested mark. in the second quarter was and really kicked true.
And that is the Amy Clanger for good, who covers clangers on and off the field. Amy certainly do. Now, the injury report for Victor Sports. Sign up your club at victorsports.com.au. The only one of note was Rochelle. They're thinking corked hip with Rochelle. Not too bad, but what came through on the phone before, corked hip for Rochelle, so Scholl got subbed in to the game late.
Waits, what about the player of the day for Mildura Regional Development? Looking for an exciting weekend away? Visit mildura.com.au.
Yeah, look, I think early days, Thilthorpe was on the end of a couple. He had a nice start to the game. He was bringing some real physicality. I think you pointed out, Miles, that he had that right knee in the end heavily strapped, but some of his movement early coming up the ground, and then he took that contested mark to really set the seam early in the game. But probably at the end of the day, with the way it panned out, King with his contested mark in that last quarter, absolute player of the day. That one coming back deep in the quarter, I think it put them 10 points ahead in between traffic, going back into no man's land, and come back and kick true from 45 metres.
What about toughest player for hard yakka? Legendary gear. And so I'm a bit of a hard yakka man myself, being from the sticks.
Tough man, Miles. I've heard
no, not
tough. He just wears a hard
yakka. Absolutely soft as butter right here, Paul Bonson.
I'm with you.
Look, there's a couple players. Obviously, Rory Laird he didn't have his normal free-flowing, accumulating style. Still ended up with the 24 disposal. He's had the 8 tackles. He just kept getting his head over the football. But young Haitley, I'll give it to. I just thought he was outstanding. He gets better and better by the week. He's had 8 tackles himself. Really put his head on the hole on several occasions, and is a real player of the future.
That's all thanks to hard yakka for a new breed of legends. And just because you wear it does not mean you're a legend, but it's for a new breed of legends. I'll just say that off the top of it. Thanks for the
goal of the game. Goal of the game's a bit tough, Waits, because there wasn't really any snaps from the pocket. There was a lot of nice set shots for Host Plus and Industry Super Fun for all Australians. Goal of the day.
Being Indigenous round, I thought this guy was outstanding, and he will be in the votes tonight. But Hill was outstanding. It was in spurts. It wasn't a full 4 quarters, but in spurts he'd rack up 4 or 5 possessions in a matter of minutes. But the turnover ball, pounced on it, ran around, ball across the body from 45 metres in that second quarter was outstanding and really got him up. So that was probably my goal of the day.
Let's go to our most improved player for Valvoline. Which oil keeps your business moving? You know, Valvoline. Yeah, apparently I'm always meant to do it. I got ribbed for that last week. Was that a John Laws thing?
Yeah, it's a John Laws thing.
Valvoline.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a bit before my time, Johnny Laws.
There was a couple players, boys. Gresham was the one that was a little bit quiet in that first half. There's a couple of players I was thinking coming out after half-time, these are the guys that got to really step up for St Kilda. And that was Membry and Gresham. And they both did. Membry with 2 goals, 1 in the second half. Gresham racked them up to end up with something like 27 disposals. So brought some tackle heat, really did get himself in the game, was getting some really important ball forward of centre, and at that centre clearance, he was outstanding.
Valvoline, the original engine oil. Is that how we did it?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, like it.
An unmissable moment for us, Wakes, for Drink Wise. Choose to drink wise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise.
I like the little build-up, which I thought was a little momentum changer. Clearance on the outer side in the Eddie Betts pocket. Young Jimmy Rowe got the perfect tap, hit a lace-out kick. It was only 20 metres to Taylor Walker, and he went back and slotted it beautifully. And just them moments, them ebbs and flows in that last quarter, you sense, is this the moment they really get the skates on and really come over the top? But that was probably my big moment. Yep.
Right, let's get to the important stuff. It's time for the votes. 3-2-1 for AFL Nation's Player of the Year for Whirlpool, your leader in kitchen and laundry appliances. I always like to write mine down and compare them to the superstars that we have here. And the 261 gamer, which way are you going with your 3, 2 and 1?
Okay, special mentions. Brodie Smith was outstanding. If he had kicked that goal, it could have given him a bit of momentum. He may have slipped ahead for the votes, but special mention. Keys was very good. Crouch was excellent again after his massive performance last week. He had the 31 disposals, and that last quarter was outstanding. He had the 7 disposals in that last quarter, just outstanding. But one vote I will give to Hill in his 200th game. As I said, he was in and out of the game, but he just had such influence at moments throughout the game, including that last quarter. This guy was outstanding. Jack Sinclair, what a player he is. First time I've really seen him up close. What a player he is. He looks so mature out there. Never wastes a possession. He's had the 32 possessions. He's had the 22 kicks and 3 tackles. He was outstanding. And the best player on the ground, the most influential player on the ground. Just the 7 disposals, but he's had the 6 kicks for 6 goals, and that's why he is one of the stars of our game. The contested marking of this guy, he just keeps you asking as a defender. He makes you very nervous for the whole 4 quarters, and he never stops, as we've seen by them 2 contested marks and 2 straight kicks in that last quarter really seal the game.
When it all clicks for him and just he gets his craft a bit more, he's going to be a freak. And let's get a ladder update for Signet. Power your life with a Signet Power Bank.
At the top of the ladder, Melbourne undefeated 10 wins. Brisbane in second place. Carlton in third place. The Blue Baggers are flying 8-2. Fremantle 7-2 in fourth. St Kilda, the Cats, the Swans and Richmond make up the 8. And then just out of the 8, the Western Bulldogs, Port Adelaide, Collingwood, the Suns, Hawthorn, Adelaide, GWS, Giants, Essendon, North Melbourne and West Coast.
A few more games to come this round, gentlemen, as we round out tonight's coverage from Adelaide Oval. If you've just joined us or just flicked over on the radio, St Kilda won by 21 points, and also at the MCG at Dreamtime, Richmond 80 over Essendon 48. Let's look at the couple of games to come right as we finish. Giants v the Eagles. Well, look, we'd all be in agreement that the Giants will take pretty good care of them.
Yep.
Yeah, special mention to Jake Ware making his debut. The
former Eagle
making his debut for the GWS.
That's a Woodville West Torrens Eagle, of course, for those listeners right around the country. What about the Hawthorn and Brisbane Lions? Brisbane, they're the only team that I think can rival Melbourne at the moment. Are you in the similar camp?
Yeah, I just think that depth through the midfield, once they get a few of their forwards back, they're going to be more dangerous. But I think they're too classy for Hawthorn.
Lions for you?
Lions.
Let's go to Fremantle v Collingwood. Now, this is at Optus Stadium, and I think Fremantle are the best coached team in the competition. I'm all about them over the Pies, Wakes.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just think they're matching up. I think they've got some firepower up forward to really put some heat on Collingwood's defence, who are in not great form.
Purple Haze for me too.
The Purple Haze. Should we go back to the predictions at the start of the game? Boys, we all sort of missed, didn't we? 5 goals, close enough. I said ones.
I said 17.
You said 17.
Bonds is just, I said 5 goals.
Bonds looks like it's my shout. I think I was the furthest away. My shout at the pub then on the way home.
Sounds good, Bonds.
Wakes, thank you so much, mate. Oh, your insight into the game. Absolutely loved it. Look forward to another game with you again.
Pleasure, lads.
Bonds, you were superb on debut. Absolutely superb, mate. Look forward to calling again with you sometime.
Been fun.
Great work, Bonds.
That's all we've got time for on AFL Nation. St Kilda, 21-point victors over the Adelaide Crows. Join us again tomorrow on AFL Nation on SEN. See you then.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation. For Beaumont Tiles, hybrid flooring in store now.
This is the sound of Julian's bargain price vacuum with deep express suction. This is the sound of Julian trying to fix his bargain price vacuum, which infuriates him deeply. Yes, this is the sound of bargain regret. When it comes to the important stuff, like insurance, don't risk it. Go to Amy instead, who offers great value cover you won't regret. Amy does. Before buying insurance issued by AAI Limited Trading as Amy, read the PDS at amy.com.au. TMD also available.
Imagine the thought of innovation at your fingertips, accelerating with efficiency and power. Imagine a bold, striking design with the comfort and confidence of advanced safety tech. Imagine where you could go in a Hyundai SUV. An SUV range with enough style, tech, and performance to turn your imagination into reality. So if you're thinking SUV, think Hyundai SUV. Discover yours at hyundai.com.au.
All right, here we go.
If this is how swimming with a great white shark sounds, imagine how it feels. Shark cage diving on the Eyre Peninsula. Perfect for those who want a little more. South Australia. Rewards wonder.
Are you game ready? Your local Sports Power store is supporting local footy clubs and players with everything you're going to need for the footy season ahead. With a great range of boots, footwear, balls, training and protective gear from all the big brands like Adidas, Asics, Nike, Puma, New Balance, Sharon and Shock Doctor. So you want to get game ready, get into your local Sports Power store and check them out. Find your nearest Sports Power store at sportspower.com.au.
We're your local experts, Sports Power.
My Macca's Rewards has arrived. Earn points with every Macca's run to redeem on more of your favourites. Your mates' usuals or family go-tos. Download the My Macca's app and start earning today. Value means more at Macca's. T's and C's apply. See our website for details.
Sheds come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. But if you're after a shed, go and have a word with the family-owned team at Best Sheds. Because right now, you'll get 10% off the sheds at Best Sheds. Plus, all their sheds come with a 20-year manufacturer's warranty, and you can choose from the standard range or customise the shed of your dreams. Hit the sheds with Best Sheds 10% off sale. Best Sheds, 100% Australian owned and manufactured. Visit bestsheds.com.au.
Sustained performance in footy is more than just one great game. It's about playing consistently, game after game, season after season. Host Plus delivers strong performance over the long term, with top returns over 20 years. A top-performing super fund over the long term, that's a plus. Search, compare Host Plus today.
Super Ratings SR50 Balanced Index, December 2021. General advice only. Consider the relevant Host Plus PDS and TMD at hostplus.com.au before deciding if Host Plus is appropriate for you. Past performance is not a reliable indicator of future performance.
$100 just for switching your internet provider? Mate, switch your internet to Mate in May and enter the promo code MAY100 on sign up to get $100 credit on your account once connected. You heard it right. Get $100 credit just for switching and connecting internet with Mate. Be quick. Offer ends 31st of May. Visit letsbemates.com.au or search Mate online. Credit applied 28 days after activation. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you building a new home? Ask your builder, can I change the floor plan? We have over 80 home designs and more than 2,000 ways to customise our homes, all ready to quote. Get the Henley Everyday Advantage and customise your home. Henley.com.au.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation. For Beaumont Tiles, hybrid flooring in store now.
Dreamtime at the G has concluded with a 32-point Richmond win over the Bombers on AFL Nation. We're only halfway through our awards, so strap yourselves in. And you can always text through your thoughts on the Southern Phone open line. Switch and save with Southern Phone mobile plans. AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts. The final score was for rolled, fast, fresh Vietnamese. Eat good with rolled. It's fast, fresh Vietnamese. Where do we get to? Tackle or tackler of the game for Toro? Count on Toro to get the job done.
For me, the tackle in the first quarter from Redmond on Bolton, which caused a bit of an uproar in that 50-metre penalty paid, but it was a great tackle nonetheless that Redmond did on Bolton.
Yeah, he had him in the rear view, didn't he, if he got through? I mean, that was good night.
Can I just give a small shout-out? Dylan Shield had 7 tackles. Now, I'm not here to defend Dylan Shield, but I just think it needs to be mentioned because when he doesn't do it...
And Alsano attacks Dylan Shield.
No, well, I am supporting him. The Dons had 63 tackles, 12 more than the Tigers did tonight, and probably rightly so, because the Tigers had more...
That's 32 more than they had last week.
Doesn't that put into perspective the 30 tackles of last week, which was the second lowest since 2005, a tackle count for a game, yet they did that in the first half. It just signifies how poor it was last week. Dylan Shield had 7.
Who was it in 2005? It wasn't you blokes when Ross came in at half-time and yelled at you all?
That wouldn't be us.
The only time he gave Rue a spray?
No, that was later. That was about 2010.
Okay,
when
fair
he told Rue he hasn't laid a tackle for the year. It was round 18.
It still gives me a chuckle, that story.
It's a great story.
Where are we at? That was for Toro, count on Toro to get the job done. That in all seriousness, that is the response that I think Ben Rutten will point to for Dylan Shield to say, yep, 7 tackles. The Amy Clanger for good. Who covers clangers? Amy does. Was there a clanger in the game that actually worked out all right?
Well, I haven't got a specific one, but please let me know if this fits the bill. So the Tigers gave away another 6 50-metre penalties tonight, yet it made absolutely no difference to the outcome, a 32-point victory. Does that count?
Yeah, that is a clanger for good because it couldn't get any worse from a 50-metre point of view. But I reckon, look, whether they're there or not, the fact is that they're putting themselves in a position, Ali, where they're forcing the umpire into a decision.
They are.
So if you're not doing any or remotely anywhere near the things that are going to get 50s paid against, then you've got nothing to worry about. But they walk that line, the Tigers, rightly or wrongly, and it's okay at the moment because they've had a 32-point win, but they're looking on track for finals. They've got a big month to come, but then they've got a pretty easy, no, I shouldn't say easy, but they've got an easier run in to finals. So if they can break even over the next month and then get those games against lower teams under their belt, but they want to sort of nip that in the bud, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it can be costly in games, 50-metre penalties, and we've seen it across the time that it really can be. So it's something that they'd want to tidy up. And another 6 tonight, doesn't help. Can I add another clanger in?
Yeah.
Lynch's running into goal and hitting the post.
Yes,
for me, added 4 points to him after not kicking a goal tonight. So
no, he kicked 4 behinds, didn't he? Made up no ground on Charlie Curnow in the Coleman medal race, and I'll give you exactly where that stands in just a moment. That's a great nomination. Who covers on and off the field? Amy does. My clanger is for how long it took the Tiger Army to find some points.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yes, very good.
Someone might text me in, 043390. I'm told that our crowd mic was up. It was on. It was just that the Richmond Army were just... a little meek in the early stages.
Can I throw another one in here while we're doing... We're going to turn this in.
Can
we just turn this into gripes? What about the inconsistency with the score review?
Oh, yeah.
When someone smothers it off the boot and the person kicking the football sets up a zone and no one flinches... It's play. Get the game moving. You don't need to review every single... I know you got to back yourself in. I know we're after detail. But come on, there's got to be a line between letting the game go and getting the decision right. They're all set, ready to go. Do you want the Coleman update? While we're
yes, please, if you've got it there.
So Charlie Curnow is on 33. He's currently leading. Tom Lynch, 31. Didn't add to that tonight. Max King kicked 6 at Adelaide Oval.
6 what?
6 straight.
Hey.
Just 6 straight. 29. Tom Hawkins, 29, continues doing what he's doing. Jeremy Cameron's on 28. Aaron Norton was good today, 25. Peter Wright, 25. And I'll go down to Charlie Cameron, 23. So is Buddy Franklin.
I'll just do us. We probably can't go through every goal kicker of the season.
Just work my way down.
The injury report for Victor Sports. Sign up your club, victorsports.com.au. Now, I'm a bit derelict in my duty because I wasn't writing all these down. So,
I've got them.
Nicky Dell.
So the injury reports, I've got Kane
please.
Lambert, who came from the ground with that hip soreness. Jake Arts was the medical sub who came on. And then after that, Tom Lynch has a hamstring concern. We're not exactly sure how severe it is, but Tom Lynch came from the ground. So the Tigers are actually down a fit player. They had 3 on the bench for the last quarter and a little bit.
And for Essendon, Wanganeen was subbed into the game.
I think Guelphy was subbed off.
That is correct.
Yep, with a issue of
injury.
some kind.
Injury it was.
Well, if he's omitted next week, that's all it'll say in the ins and outs. Injury.
Yes.
How severe?
Very good.
Oh, we're on top of it here. This is a well-oiled machine. Everyone's gone. That was for Victor Sports. Sign up your club, victorsports.com.au. Play of the day for Mildura Regional Development. Looking for an exciting weekend trip away? Visit mildura.com.au. Dermot Brereton, Campbell Brown there last weekend. Town still recovering. But a good time had by all, I'm told. And you can experience that same good time just without probably those two people. But you can have it on your own in Mildura.
Yeah, of course you can. It's a lovely part of the world. So the play of the day was that passage of play that ultimately finished in Jack Rewalt kicking that beautiful snap from the boundary line. But it started at centre half-back, true centre half-back turnover. Rioli, who Ali was really complimentary of, bursting off. They create space. They get width. They go wide to the Shane Warne stand. They create overlap. And then a laser kick, that connection inside forward 50 that found Jack Revolt, who went around the body and finished off the great work. I just thought that was one of the prettier plays of the day, and therefore play of the day for Mildura Regional Development.
I agree. And with that goal, that was Jack Rewalt equaling Bill Moyer, who was a St Kilda forward, I think back in the 30s, around that time. But he's now equal 17th with him on the all-time goal kickers table. Safety Steel Shed stats. Toughest player for Hard Yakka legendary gear, Ali?
I'm going to go with Toby Nankervis for it. The running back in the second term and taking the running back with the flight of the footy and taking the mark into a pack. I thought it was a pretty tough effort from him.
Certainly was. Hard yakka for a new breed of legends. Let's put a pin in that, and we will get a break away and come back. 0433 98 11 16. Southern Phone open line. Switch and save with Southern Phone mobile plans. 11 14 80, Richmond 7 6 48, Essendon Dreamtime at the G, done and dusted for 2022. 32-point Tiger win. Plenty more still to wrap up on AFL Nation for Sports Power, your local footy experts.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation for Beaumont Tiles. Hybrid flooring in store now.
Hi, it's Will Davison, supercar driver and two-time Bathurst winner. We all know that IMAR are the tradies, mate, when it comes to insurance. But did you know that IMAR has cleaners covered too? Insure your cleaning business with IMAR. Receive cover for faulty workmanship, whether you clean offices, shopping centres outside of business hours or homes. Visit imar.com.au 24/7 for a free online quote or call 13-IMAR, that's 134627. Get a quote, get covered, get working.
Now the trade is mate. That's IMAR.
Major building projects for the trade or a DIY home reno. Robot Building Supplies is the Australian-owned family-run business you can trust.
Robot's got it.
Robot's product range is vast and world-class. And when it comes to product knowledge,
Robot's got it.
Next-day delivery in Metro Melbourne.
Robot's got it.
Over 70 years experience and reliability helping Melburnians. Robot Building Supplies. Notting Hill, Sunshine, Preston, Dramana, Pakenham, Coldstream and Darnham. robotbuildingsupplies.com.au.
ROBOT, Robot Building Supplies.
Jono, wear your safety boots.
In the Stariolode.
Hard hat, high-vis vest.
In the Stariolode.
Listen, I know you're used to feeling protected in the Stariolode, but that's only useful when you're inside the van, mate.
Hyundai Stariolode is the only commercial van that has both ANCAP 5-star and Platinum safety rating. And from just $47,990 drive away for ABN holders, now's a smart time to buy. T's and C's apply. Visit hyundai.com.au/offers for details. Imagine that. Hyundai.
Hi, bank.
Yeah, hi. Why are you charging me fees when Athena Home Loans don't charge any fees at all?
No fees? That's ridiculous. Surely they charge application fees.
No.
Monthly or ongoing fees.
No.
Exit fees.
No.
Asking questions fees.
No.
Chocky-bicky fees.
No.
Indoor plant fees.
No.
Pens on strings fees.
No.
Long lunch fees.
No, no fees at all.
Just doesn't add up.
Actually, it really does.
Switch at athena.com.au and enjoy a home loan with no fees, so you can pay off your home loan faster. Athena, love us and leave us. Standard credit criteria, terms, conditions and government charges apply.
There's a lot of history hidden at Repco, so listen up, because this ad will be gone in 30 seconds. See, some people reckon we got 10W30 in our veins. Or if we look to the skyline, all we see are falcons, bluebirds and 200 bees. The truth is, we've got an unexplainable bond with motoring. Any Mark, Dick or Jamie could tell you that. So dart in store or online today for great deals. Repco, driven by passion for 100 years.
So the garden tap's connected to the tap timer. The tap timer's connected to the tap nut. The tap nut's connected to the poly pipe. The poly pipe's connected to the elbow piece. The elbow's connected to a hop pop. Keeping your garden green is easy with Pope because everything connects in a flash. And that's how your garden grows. Make the connection with the Pope irrigation range, available at Bunnings Warehouse.
Which oil keeps your business moving? Farmers and fleet managers, they know. Construction crews and car mechanics, they know. And you know. Valvoline, the original engine oil.
Sheds come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. But if you're after a shed, go and have a word with the family-owned team at Best Sheds. Because right now, you'll get 10% off the sheds at Best Sheds. Plus, all their sheds come with a 20-year manufacturer's warranty. And you can choose from the standard range or customise the shed of your dreams. Hit the sheds with Best Sheds 10% off sale. Best Sheds. 100% Australian-owned and manufactured. Visit bestsheds.com.au.
If you're a local multi-trade contracting company, Handy wants you. Handy works with insurance companies with fair rates and fast payment. If you're licensed and insured, it's quick to sign up. Go to handy.com. That's HANDDI.com.
You're listening to the 2022 Premiership season on AFL Nation. For Beaumont Tiles, hybrid flooring in store now.
For Sports Power, your local footy experts, Sam Hargraves, Ellie Blackburn, Nick Del Santo. We are up to the goal of the game for Host Plus, an industry super fund for all Australians.
I had Shea Bolton for that one that he pounced on to the left of our commentary box, weaved back in board against the grain of two would-be tacklers, and then organised his body to snap it over his shoulder for a beautiful goal.
That was a good goal. I also had another honourable mention, I think, to Francis in the first term. Out on the 50.
Oh, yes, yep.
Was a great kick on goal on a tight angle.
That was the first one of the day, wasn't it? From memory, it was a beautiful set shot.
Yeah, first. And that was the first of the game as well. Rewalt finished with 4 to lead all goal scorers. Tom Lynch, who hurt his hammy, the 4 behinds. What about the most improved player from start of the game through to the end for Valvoline? Which all keeps your business moving? You know, Valvoline.
Do that again, please. Do it properly. Come on, go deeper.
Properly. Okay.
Do it properly.
Who was the most improved player for Valvoline? Which oil keeps your business moving? You know, Valvoline.
Not bad. Not bad.
I can't get that deep.
You can try better than that, but we'll keep...
That's about as deep as it goes.
We'll keep moving. In regards to who I thought was the most improved, I'm going to go with Dylan Shield from an Essendon perspective, from where he was last week to what we saw tonight. I feel like I'm on his bandwagon. I'm trying to support him. He had 19 disposals. We speak about the tackles, some inside 50. So I thought from where he was last week...
Best goal the second half, yep.
Yeah, so I thought that's probably as good an improvement as anybody on the field. From a Tigers perspective, they played really good football for the last month, and they've just continued on their way.